T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream.
The fun is back, oh yes siree. It's the 2600 from Atari. It's the video system with classics galore. From Space Invaders to cars that roar. A real hip joystick controls the screen. Solaris is hot and Midnight Magic's mean. And one more thing, it's got a special low price. Under 50 bucks. 50 bucks? Now isn't that nice? The fun is back, oh yes siree. It's the 2600 from Atari.
Okay, guys, as you see, we're talking about the Atari 2600 tonight, our top games and other things, Atari. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy some Atari 2600. Tell us what your favorite game was when you had Atari 2600. Pull on papabrad.
All right, what's happening?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Long week. It seems. How was your week?
Oh, it was great. It's great. Almost over. Just got Friday.
Yeah, one more day. Day.
I really enjoyed making this Atari video. It made me think about all the games that I love on Atari. And it could have been like 10 times longer. It was hard for me to limit it to what I did, and it still seems like it's a lot. But I'm a huge fan of retro games. Like, I love retro games. Always have. It's just, I was a kid when these games were out. So,
right, yeah, same here.
I
forgot about all these games, man. When I was doing this video, it's like, man, I forgot about that game.
I know. It should give you a little flashback.
It did.
I'm definitely an Atari collector. My wife would say I'm a junk collector. But I have a ton of Atari cards. I have like drawers and drawers and drawers of them. Probably have about 300.
Man, that's a lot.
Eventually, I had so many combats I started using them like coasters because I just like every single time you buy Atari games, it's like and a combat. So combat is just so common,
Oh, I know. I think that came with the system.
I think it was a pack-in. Yeah, I think it was a pack-in when it launched.
Yeah, I think so. I love that game. I forgot all about that game.
To celebrate Atari, going to have me a little adult beverage with my Missile Command.
Nice.
Check that out.
That's awesome.
From back in the day.
There's Atari.
Have you played Atari today? And definitely Missile Command on the Atari 2600.
I just got my Penguins glass. Cheers, man.
Cheers. This is a tribute to some of the great old school Atari games. There's Missile Command.
Yeah, I recognize that.
And when you're looking at Atari cards, there's a tons of variation. I mean, when you start collecting them, it's insane how many different versions of the same games they have. Like this is called a picture cartridge. See, that's the picture, right?
Right.
And they were known for their like paintings and stuff that they put on the cartridges.
Right.
And then check this out. You ready for this? The first when Atari first launched, they had so few games that when they first came out, they put a number. I'm trying to get it where I can see it. Can you see it? Focus. 01 Combat. There it is. I got it. And when the games first came out, they would put the number and they would put a text label, which would just tell you what the different modes were. And these are called text cartridges. The ones with the numbers are pretty rare because those are the first ones that came out. And there's a number 1. Here's a number 3. I think it's Starship. But you can see it has the number on it. These I haven't been able to find that many. I've been collecting Atari, and these seem to be the rarest for at least just picking them up in the wild. And here's 41.
41. What's
41 surround. Don't remember that. But you can see it has a number on it. So I pretty much, whenever I see one with a number on it, if I don't have it, I pick it up. I would like to have all the numbered ones, but those have been hard for me to find, you know. Anyway, we've got a lot of people in the chat. It looks like. What's happening?
Hey, what's up? Wars, Urban
Welcome.
Wars, Hobby Hands, Jester Tester, Carl O, Julie M, Hobby Hands. I said Hobby Hands already. Hobby Hands did say he is ready for next week, man. There it is. Hobby Hands says I'll be ready for next week, May 4th.
May the 4th is coming up, isn't it?
So
May the 4th be with you.
So nobody miss out next week. Hobby Hands is going to show his DIY Star Wars cab that he made from scratch.
Awesome! I can't wait.
I can't
wait. I love Star Wars.
I'm going to be at a hotel, but maybe I'll bring one of my lightsabers with me. I have it on air.
Hey, I want to show you this real quick. Check this out. Just like I was talking about with the cartridges. Check this out. Okay, ready? Watch this. Space Invaders. The camera's having a hard time focusing. I just need to get closer. Okay. See the picture version?
See, that's what I think all of ours were picture version. I do not.
Yeah, it's the same game. But I mean, this is the one that's the most common. Like they must have made 5 gazillion Space Invaders. To me, this is the killer app for the Atari. I mean, when this came out, I mean, just to show you, I mean, look, here's another one. This one's in
I'm
better
doing good,
shape.
Jester Tester. I'm doing good.
I mean, if you had an Atari, everyone had this game. But you could see, when you start collecting Atari games, they have a lot of different variants. It's pretty crazy. And then,
yeah, I don't remember those ones with the.
So they started off. The earliest ones had the numbers, and then they took the numbers away and they just put the title, like this combat I showed you. So it just has the title.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
they took the numbers.
So the very oldest ones have the numbers.
Do you know how far the numbers go up to?
I never found out. I need to research that. But then they went to picture label.
And that's all I remember is those.
Picture label. Then later in the Atari's lifespan, they went to what they call silver label. Uh-oh. This one here is notorious.
Hey, there it is. ET, the best game ever.
And the labels were silver. This one's missing.
Yeah, I remember the silver.
It's still there. Okay, this one has it's just beat up.
Yeah, it's beat up.
And silver, okay. And then arguably the best Atari games are actually the red labels. And they look like this. You'll see the latest Atari games right before Atari went under are red. And it's not the best example of a red. Donkey Kong Jr. Nintendo on Atari. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Nintendo. I mean, it was like
crazy.
all the arcades were on Atari, and
Donkey Kong was on there too.
And on top of that, here, look at this silver label. I'm gonna show you a few more cards. Just I pulled all these out because I thought these were cool to look at. There's Stargate as a silver label. This is probably this is gonna be one of my faves. This game. If this game would have been released 5 years earlier, Atari 2600 would have probably done a lot better. But the problem with this game is it just came too late. But Junior Pac-Man is just amazing on Atari. This was the best Pac-Man game, and unfortunately, it was released too late. The system was pretty much dying or dead when this card came out.
What year was that? Hey, what's up, Bad Guy Mike? What's up, Garrett Spencer? What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing tonight?
I can't see it, but it came out.
Funny, Jester Tester.
Towards the end, and then if that's not confusing enough, you had Sears. Sears sold Atari. Okay.
Yeah.
Their Ataris, they would put the name, and they didn't even call them Ataris. If it was a Sears cartridge, it was Telegames. There's a Telegames Asteroids. So Atari's kind of cool to collect for. There's a lot of variations, you know. Some silver labels. There's a Dig Dug.
1986.
Love the art.
Junior Pac-Man came out in 1986.
There's a
Mike, My guess was 87, so I was close. Yeah, Mario Brothers.
Mario Bros.
Mario Bros. I don't think I had Mario Bros. I had Donkey Kong,
Castles.
though. There's the Crystal Castles.
And then this is kind of cool. This is a brand new cartridge. And look how good this looks. This is a Atari Age cartridge. This is actually the game Berserk with speech. You know, where the robots talk, you know.
Oh, they actually had a version that spoke.
It has speak. Yeah, it's like chicken, fight like a robot. They added all the speech.
I did not know they did that.
This one you have to get from Atari Age, but this is a reproduction red label.
Yeah, because I had the original one. Original one did not have it.
Activision is one of the best companies, and their cartridges came in 2 versions. They used a really bad glue, and because of the glue they used, all Activision cartridges get what they call Actiplaque. And this is normal. Like when you see this out in the field, this doesn't mean that the cartridge is bad. They all do this because of the glue that Activision used. One thing Activision did that was cool is, you know, Atari had all those paintings. Activision was so proud of the games that all the Activision cards have a picture of the actual game. So when you pull out an Activision card, it has the picture of the game.
Oh yeah.
Instead of like the painting. And then Activision, they come in this version, and then they also came in blue.
Oh, I did not know they came in blue.
Yeah, like my Ghostbusters is just blue like this.
I did not remember that.
And then, of course, you had, you know, it seems like, you know, if you wanted to make a video game, anyone could have made an Atari game, because here's some other variations, some other different companies just to show you. CBS video games. All theirs are this like crazy gold color. Wizard of War. But the card is gold.
What's up, Brooklyn?
A little different. Silver label, a Joust.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
Then you had a Magic. This is one of the best of Magic games. Demon Attack.
I remember those.
Demon Attack, huh?
I remember that style of cartridge. I remember that style of cartridge. Yeah, it was different.
More companies getting into it, man. You had Mattel Electronics. They had these really weird cartridges. Look at these. This is so ugly. This is so
I don't remember that one.
These are ugly. But this game, surprisingly, is like a very kind of a game I like. And it's kind of crazy. It's called Kool-Aid Man. Let me get it to focus. There it is. This game's fun. I like it. It's called Kool-Aid Man. Then Parker Brothers.
It's all right, Sam. Welcome to the stream, Sam.
There's the Parker Brothers Qbert.
You
can tell this one's got a lot of play. I play this one a lot. This one's got a lot of play on it. Then you got you know, everyone like here's another 20th Century Fox. They did everything. They would just anything theirs were just all over the place. There's a Worm War. Here's a 20th Century Fox. This is one of the best ones from that company. Turmoil. This game is cool. If you like Tempest, this was like a Tempest type game on Atari. It's very fun.
Oh, is it?
It's very good. And you know, some other of my favorites.
A lot of them were bad. Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
And then Yar's Revenge is actually the #1 selling Atari game that was made by Atari. The original game, it's the #1 selling original game they ever made is Atari. And this
I didn't know that.
Made by the same creator that did, I think, E.T. And this is actually Warlords.
I like Warlords.
An amazing paddle game. Like playing this with original hardware with the real paddles is a lot of fun. So there's Warlords. But there was a game based on Kool-Aid Man. It's fun. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, I didn't have that one. Was it based off the Kool-Aid guy?
Yeah, it's the Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, it's like you play as the Kool-Aid Man. I should set it up one day and do a stream of it. It's kind of like you don't see it very much. It's kind of a deeper cut Atari.
Yeah, you
but
should do it. You should do a video on it.
Sure. It's fun.
Warlords is the best paddle game. I agree with that. I love the Warlords. Me and my brothers always played it.
Well, anyway, how's your week been going?
My week was doing pretty good.
Been playing a lot of Operation Wolf, of course. Did the iiRcadians show last night. It was fun.
Warlords and Kaboom.
Yep. Kaboom is
Didn't
great.
Didn't Ghostbusters have a Kool-Aid? It was actually pretty fun. You should, Brad. Yep. That guy Mike said you should, Brad, on that Kool-Aid game.
Yeah, yeah. Herb War says there's a game on the NES where you play as the Mood, who was the Domino's mascot. Oh, okay, cool.
Avoid the Noid.
Noid. Oh, the Noid. The Noid. It said Mood. Yeah, avoid the Noid. Yeah.
Actually, I actually had those figures back in the 80s. Do you remember when they were giving out the Noid, avoid the Noid little action figure things? They were like rubber. Do you remember those? I still have those.
You still have those? That's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, and they're all in really good shape. Kaboom was addicting. I never really played Kaboom a whole lot. I didn't remember it though, because one of my friends had Kaboom.
Yeah, yeah.
Noid. Yep.
Well, you never know which games I'm going to showcase in my video, so you'll probably see some,
I was a master at Kaboom as a kid. Now I would probably suck. Now you probably get it back into it, Brooklyn, if you play it. I'm going to start going thrifting, man. See if I can find some of these.
Yeah, they're pretty common. Atari's easy to collect for. It's easy. It's a fun, easy system to collect for. But you have to have the nostalgia for the games, Yep. I mean, it's like, easy to play, difficult to master. The games are basic and simplistic, but they're challenging. So,
yep. Because there's some, even like NES, man, there's some cartridges out there. If you can find them, man, they're actually worth some money. Like the gold, you got to find the gold NES Zelda cartridge. Because that one's worth money.
I'm making a Jenga tower with these Atari carts.
Hopefully they don't fall over.
Yeah.
That guy, Mike, you ever see a gold? I think it's NES Zelda. It's supposed to be pretty rare.
Yeah. Now this is a shooter. Like you don't even think that they would have like a shmup type shooter on the Atari.
Is that like a Centipede?
This game is a shooter like a kind of I would almost call it like an early shoot 'em up like that we have today. It's crazy.
It's not like a Centipede. Kind of look like a Centipede.
No, it's like the enemies come down at you and they scroll down at you, but they keep changing patterns and they change what they look like.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really great mechanic because the bullets in that game are guided. So you steer the bullets into the enemies. It's great, but it's fast. It's fast.
It's like Combat had that technology too.
Combat, you could steer the bullets too.
Man, I was the youngest, man. I used to always get my ass kicked in Combat, man. It used to piss me off. Sometimes I'll just get back to where I could start shooting. They would shoot me again. I hated that.
Yeah. When I went to Southern Fried Gaming, I played. They had a competition for Combat. I played in it. It was fun.
How'd you do?
I think I got beat by like a 7-year-old, so not too great. But it was fun. It was fun. They put it on this giant screen they had. They probably had like a 20 feet screen, a projector, and it's hilarious. You see like they're playing all this modern stuff, then right in the middle it's like Atari 2600 Combat competition, and they had it on the projector, so I got to play. It was fun.
Look at this.
That was the first time I went to Southern Fried Gaming.
Gold Legend Zelda carts aren't rare. You're probably thinking of the Gold Nintendo World Champion cart. One is on sale on eBay for $2 million.
Wow.
Hence, it's still up there though.
Yeah.
I was watching something.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I mean, Atari's cheap, but like if you look at NES, having a complete NES collection, I mean, that's super expensive. It's more than all these games behind me to have an NES collection. Way more. As far as dollars,
yeah. Especially when 2600 man was going out, man, you could buy games for like 50 cents.
Yeah, they kind of went back up a little bit, but you just got to be patient and wait. You'll find stuff. Just be patient, wait. You'll get some deals if you just keep your eyes open.
They're out there. Deals are out, especially if you go thrifting, because some people just don't know what they have.
Yeah.
That's what you hope. As long as somebody else didn't snag them up already.
Yeah, the problem is with eBay, people look on eBay and whatever price they see, they think that's what it's worth. They look at the most expensive one. Oh, this is worth. And it might be one that says a box. Sealed in box or something. Like I don't know. People, it's like there are two kind of people. There are people that don't know what that just want to get rid of them. Then there are people that are looking everything up on eBay. and then you never get a good deal, you know?
Yeah. Also, it's like there's still Star Wars cabs out there on eBay from the first release of Arcade 1-Up. They want $2,000. It's like, dude, they just re-released a new one, man.
Yeah, why would you want the old one? Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
getting
you ain't
Jenga
getting
tower.
nobody's gonna freaking
Jenga.
pay $2,000
I'm
for
Jenga these cartridges, man. They're getting wobbly. They're getting wobbly.
Did Atari have Ghostbusters? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they have a version of They have a Ghostbusters game.
Do they? I don't remember it.
Dang.
Doesn't surprise me because it was around that same time. I know I didn't have it.
There you go. So
Don't bump that Don't bump that machine.
Breathe.
Hey, with
Don't
goofy
breathe.
foot. Yes, it was not very good. Well, you guys say E.T. wasn't good, man. I think E.T. was awesome.
Yeah, you love E.T. You love E.T.
I thought it was a cool game. Those
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, I beat it. I played it to where I could beat it. I mean, I'd have to practice again to do it again, though.
I don't think it's that hard though. If I remember right.
I don't remember all the rules. Like I know you have to go to like a certain place in the forest for the ship to come.
Yeah.
And those guys chase you around. Those little irritating guys. And they, if they touch you, like you lose all your phone pieces, huh? I remember playing it. I played it all the way through just to beat it once.
Yeah, I beat it several times. I took a gold Zelda and stuffed it in an Atari box as a kid. Big discount. Yeah, original Ghostbusters on a floppy disk. Still works. Nice floppy. And you can't even find a floppy disk anymore. Haha, E.T. wasn't that bad once you know.
It wasn't that bad. Hey, so I heard you made some content. Do we have a video from you? I know you saw my video, but I haven't seen your video. Did you make a
you were
video?
talking about that on your stream last night, man.
Yeah, I never get to see your video, but I don't mind. I like coming on the show and being surprised what you come up with. I love the bubble wrap thing. The last show, the Zen thing you did, that was cool. So
I can always separate. Oh, guess what? I had one. I had one for next week for May the 4th. Be with you.
Awesome. I hope it's Star Wars themed. I'm a huge Star Wars geek. I love Star Wars a lot.
Yep, it's Star Wars themed, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted to see stuff in return, man. You were kind of like complaining last night that I don't let you see the stuff. I didn't know.
I don't care. I mean, I'll just watch on the show. It'll be more fun. So
that's what I was thinking. But if you want to, I mean, I have no problem sending it to you.
Yeah.
When you said that last night, I'm like, damn, I didn't even think of that. Okay, you want to see mine first?
Yeah, let's watch yours first.
I think they end up being about the same.
Probably, yeah.
Same amount of minutes. Okay, pop it up on here. Get that off. This is my top Atari 2600 games. I'm going to go in order. Going through this. I have kind of a couple of sets of number ones at the end. Ones that I play by myself, and then ones I play with. Can you hear it good?
Oh, yeah, it sounds good. Night Driver.
I played this for hours.
Night Driver is amazing for what they are able to accomplish.
Got into Atari 2600. I played this thing for hours. And you can see nowadays, man, it doesn't look that fun. You just constantly drive through the night, and cars coming at you. But it was addicting.
It is good. That was one of the better car games until Enduro came out. Enduro is good. E.T. There he is.
That's right, guys. My number 5 is E.T.
Number 5 with E.T.
They're my top 5. I loved E.T. I spent hours on it. It's one of the games I beat. If I remember right, I think it was a pretty easy game to beat. So you do his head, you can see what pieces. Just after the E.T.
Yeah, the Reese's Pieces, right?
It was released in 1982.
1982.
I thought it was a blockbuster, in my opinion. I think the reason why I liked it so much is because it was easy to beat. But when you first played, it was kind of hard.
Yeah, the guys chasing you around. They
The
put
whole
the pressure on the whole time. They're right on you. Back into the hole. Back into the pit.
Back into the pit. Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. E.T.'s going home.
My number 4 is
Air and Sea Battle, huh? Combat.
Like
okay.
Combat shows you just the tanks.
It's the planes. Okay.
Combat came out in 1977, and it had a lot of different modes to it. You had the tank, then you had the biplanes, and then you had the jets. And inside those games, they had different modes to those. So this is probably a pretty advanced game from 1977 for Atari. So the biplanes, you had 3 different types of ammunition. You had the straight missiles, guided missiles, machine guns. Unlike the tank version, however, there were several different gameplay modes. Players had the option of fighting one-on-one, each fighting a pair of biplanes that fire in sync, or one player controlling 3 synced biplanes against one large bomber. The bomber shoots an oversized projectile that would otherwise behave like a straight missile. Instead of mazes to fly through, there are 2 clouds in the middle of the stage that either player could fly into, temporarily hiding themselves from view. Then you had a jet version. The jet option is similar to biplanes, but uses only straight and guided missiles. It uses the same map and squadron option as the biplane mode.
I never make it past the tanks. We just play the tanks all the time, but I forgot it has all these other modes.
Yeah, we used to play
Pretty
it all.
cool.
My brothers spent hours on this game. We spent hours fighting over it as well.
The biplanes, I remember. Pole position.
Next up is my number 3, pole position. This came out in 1983. One of my favorite racing games on the Atari 2600. As you see, a lot better than
Good choice.
But really cool game. And these are a little different graphics for Atari at the time as well.
It was pretty good for Atari.
Background.
Yeah.
And Enduro is amazing too. Enduro is really good.
Somewhat like the arcade game. Somewhat.
It was close.
It was fun. Yeah. I know this game, Adventure.
Number 2, Adventure.
I love this game. Hours and hours on this thing.
This is an adventure game.
The dragon looks like a chicken.
On it. It's such a
There he is. Looks like a chicken.
But it was really fun to play. You got your giant duck, which is supposed to be a dragon, but it looks like a duck.
Duck, yeah.
Fun game to play, though.
They stay there too, Nico.
You want to spend hours in these mazes and castles to get to the end, get the trophy. Real fun game. I love this game. And the color concept is so easy too, you know. Yellow key opens a yellow castle, black key opens a black castle. It was just a fun game, though. You had this bridge right here to get through a wall. It was funny. But back at it. So that was Adventure.
There's a magnet.
Yeah, the first game with an Easter egg in it. There's an Easter egg with the developer's name.
My first number 1.
First Easter egg in a game.
This is my favorite game when it first came out in 1984. I think I got it for my birthday. My birthday's in the summer, so I had all summer to play this game. Love this game. Not like Pitfall 1.
Love the music.
I beat this game. I never beat the first one, but I did beat this one.
It's Pitfall 2.
This game, man.
Yep.
It brings memories back. Love this game. This game was pretty advanced at the time for Atari and Activision. There's a lot of different levels to this game.
Yeah,
Had a
it's
large
great.
world, vertical scrolling.
Dude, he could run, he could swim. He could swim.
Floating between locations. It's a really fun, cool game. Pitfall 2 was one of the last major releases for the console as well.
Good choice.
I'm technically impressed. The cartridge contains a custom display processor chip designed by Crane for improved visuals and 4-channel music instead of 2 the system is normally capable of. It was a continued play, so if you died, you went back to a certain save point. And you can see on this here, you can see that X, that's where your next save position would be. So if you died, you just go back to that spot. That was another cool thing about this game.
Oh, there it is.
Awesome.
Like where you started. Get the monkey.
Football.
And my number 1 game they played with my 2 brothers is football. Came out
Look at that.
Just
Dude.
out in this game, especially
Look at this graphic.
Not what we play today.
They're awesome. Look at it. We got a blue line for first down.
Yeah. It's not Blitz.
It looks nowadays for what games you have nowadays. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Classic.
They had a bunch of footballs too. They had a couple other football games too.
Yeah.
Blue line.
The real sports football is a little bit better graphics,
Basic.
but that's fun. It's basic,
Fun to play.
very basic, but still kind of fun.
There he goes. He's off. Off the races.
It's off. All right. That was awesome.
Man.
Good job, T. That video was awesome.
Thanks, man. That was
awesome. In the chat, what was your favorite game out of those? What was your favorite game that he showed?
Football looks all right. Yeah, we spent hours and hours playing that, man, and fighting over it. Basic football. I used to get my butt kicked.
Yeah, Goofyfoot said it was better than a bunch of red dots.
Yeah.
You know, who remembers that football like the Mattel football where you play with the LEDs?
Yeah, my brother, my one brother had that one. I think he still has it. Last time I knew, it still worked, but I'm not sure now. I mean, that was probably about 20 years ago. It still worked, but I'm not sure if it still does or not. But he does still have it.
Awesome.
But you can actually buy those now too. I see they released those a couple of years back for Christmas, I do believe.
Yeah.
Those.
Like reproduction ones. They're cool.
Yeah.
Hobby Hand says, I have one of those. It's Mattel. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Football looked terrible, man.
Yeah.
But it was fun to play.
Roll the video I sent you next. These are some of my favorites, and I had to cut it down a lot. But these are the ones that stayed for my favorites right here. They're not exactly in any exact order either, though. But the ones towards the end are some of the top ones for me. But it's not 100% in numerical order, I think.
Oh, I thought you had some of them numbered.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
This is Papabrad's Gaming coming at you with some Atari games that I love. Starting off
Yar's Revenge.
Atari's best-selling original game of all time, Yar's Revenge. This is the best-selling Atari game that was an original game.
I'll ask you one thing. This rainbow thing, what was that supposed to be? I don't remember.
Well, when you're in the rainbow thing, the bullets can't get you. The firing from the cannon can get you, but the little bullet that chases you can't get you.
This one here.
And then what you can shoot your like super shot, you have to go behind that. It's almost like basketball. You have to touch back, and then you can fire the shot that'll blow up the cannon.
Okay.
So
yeah, I totally forgot what that was.
It's like super addictive gameplay. I mean, it's just like the perfect little game, you know?
Yeah, I love that game.
Made by Howard Scott Warshaw. Up next, we have Mega Man. This is a great shooter. One thing that
Mega Mania. I'm sorry.
When you move your ship, you steer the bullets.
See, the bullets are steered.
Very addictive. The enemies keep changing types. The patterns change. Up next, I have the incredible port of Stargate. This game makes up for the flickering mess that Defender was. And this is a game I just really love. It was released near the end of the Atari. Pac-Man on the Atari 2600 sucks, but then there's
What? I love Pac-Man on 2600.
Sucked. It was so bad. So bad. Dude, this game is 10 times better than Atari 2600 Pac-Man. This is Jawbreaker. This is a way better game.
I was gonna put that on my list just to mess with you.
The original Atari, yeah. I mean, but Junior Pac-Man is good, but I mean the original Pac-Man, it's a shame. Like if they would have cared a little bit more about quality, Atari, like they shot themselves in their own foot, you know.
Yeah, we still played that game a lot too. My dad even played that one. It's one of the few games we would play.
Jawbreaker, which is a fun game.
Did we lose sound? What happened?
Atari was on its way out. They finally made a great Pac-Man
Did we lose
game.
sound?
one of my all-time favorites by far is Activision Hero. This is just a masterpiece. This is a fun game. I love this game. Have not been able to pick up a physical copy.
Yeah,
Not
pause it here.
Yet, but I love this game.
What's that?
Can you pause it right there?
Only at games.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone finds a copy of Hero, I've been looking for that game. I cannot find it. I want to get Hero. That's one of the ones I really want. I've not been able to find it. It's 1984 Activision game, but I love that game. They have it. You can play it on the At Games Legends Ultimate. I've even played it on the pinball machine, and I just love this game. It's great. It's a really great game. It was 1984. It's near the end of the Atari life cycle. Once again, some of the really good Atari games, they came too late. Like the machine was already failing and being, pretty much phased out, and some of the best games dropped, which is a shame because this game is great. I mean, if this would have been released when Space Invaders was released, this would be like an epic classic game,
Yep. That's kind of cool that the wall disappears.
Yeah, you drop a bomb. You're like trying to rescue these guys from like a mine. You have a helicopter jetpack. When you press down, you drop bombs. You can destroy walls. The shooting mechanic is fun. It's almost like Robotron. You got this like super fast shooting. Yeah, I love Hero. Hero is a classic that I need to get. I want a real cartridge of it. I think my Activision cartridge, I'm only missing like 3 or 4 titles from complete.
Oh, wow.
Very close. With Activision, I'm probably the closest to having a complete set.
Yeah, if I ever see one, man.
Yeah, Hero. So when you're thrifting, you see that one, pick it up for Papa Brad. I'm looking for it. I'm on the hunt.
I'll have to be out on the hunt.
I love this game. Have not been able to pick up a physical copy. Not found a copy yet, but I love this game. I can't play it on the At Games. This is Atari Warlords. This is the first paddle game.
Great game.
One of 2 paddle games that made the cut.
Two paddle games.
This game is really a multiplayer game. You have to play this multiplayer I feel to really enjoy what the game offers. Up next, I got Frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like a crazy. You jump on these ice drifts.
Kind of reminds me of Frogger too.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Frogger. It's a little bit like Qbert. It's amazing. It's a great game. And unfortunately, I didn't put enough gameplay, but you hop on the little ice drifts and it builds a little igloo behind you. And then
where the spot is?
Yeah, where those blocks are, it makes an igloo. And then a polar bear walks back and forth that can also kill you.
Yeah.
And when you have to, it's kind of timed. Like you have to go kind of fast because if you take too long, you freeze to death. So you hop on the blocks and it builds the igloo and you have to get in the igloo. And then there's also a polar bear that comes out. It's a really great game.
Yeah,
a little bit like Qbert. Yeah, a little bit like Qbert. It's a little bit like Frogger. It's an original game. It's an original Activision game, and it's great. I'd highly recommend it. So check out Frostbite.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the store, but we were never interested for some reason to buy that.
Yeah,
I remember
it's one of those ones too. Even in emulation, just pull it up and play it, and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good game.
And it builds an igloo. There's also a polar bear that tries to get you. This game is very similar to Qbert. It's a cool original game on the Atari from Activision. This is basically Tempest done Atari style.
This game's incredible.
Turmoil. It's a
20th
Century Fox game.
What's that? You see something over there?
Yeah, this is Turmoil. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little bit harder cartridge to find. In the later levels, it gets very frantic, very crazy.
I bet.
We got the excellent arcade port of Jungle Hunt. Another great Atari game that I love.
1983.
This game was changed in the arcades from Jungle King because of the Tarzan license. So, of course, I got Qbert on here.
Qbert.
Qbert plays pretty good for the Atari 2600, considering.
We had that one.
Any serious Atari roundup of the best games on Atari has to include Pitfall.
There it is.
And
there it is. You knew it was going to be in there.
One I really consider.
Look, they put a combo in here. There's a combo.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a log. That's a combo, man.
It looks like a combo. Yeah. I mean, it's like those pretzels with the cheese in it.
Yep. That's what it looks like. Even as a kid, man, I always said, that's a combo. It looks like a combo there. It's funny.
From just one game. Pitfall is the original, and Pitfall 2 just kind of continues
Hey,
the
there's this.
story.
There you go. There's the music.
Dig Dug was a great cartridge for the Atari 2600.
Yeah, it played
It's
well.
amazing that they were able to get any version of this game.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing that you have anything that even remotely looks like Dig Dug on the Atari.
What's that?
I said it was amazing they were able to make anything that even remotely even played like Dig Dug. But
And
I
it
mean,
does.
it kind of does have the gameplay mechanics of Dig Dug.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how they did it. It's insane.
Even the ghosts look, similar.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a really good job on it. We played that one
Yeah.
a lot too. We had this one. That was always, it was probably one of the few that I thought played like really close to the arcade.
Yeah, it does play close to the arcade.
Don't let the graphics fool you. Montezuma's Revenge is an early platformer. Has been ported to the iiRcade. Very fun on the Atari 2600.
It looks fun.
Centipede, to me, is a great game. Gameplay is what makes this game so good. Don't let the ship graphics fool you. This really does feel like
A square.
Centipede.
Yeah,
This
it's
is fun.
don't let the way it look. It's fun to play.
Game I always come back to is
There it is.
combat.
Yep.
I mean, playing this game with 2 live players is always fun. Steering your bullets into the other player, it's a classic.
True competitive playing game. Yeah, fantastic.
The other paddle game that made the cut, of course, is the awesome Kaboom from Activision. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Playing this game with the real Atari paddle controls is a joy.
See, this is one of the games, man. I totally forgot about it. And I played this for hours too. River Raid. I love this game. Oh, it was such a great game to play. It wasn't there a arcade game that was similar to this?
Kind of like Xevious a little bit.
Is that what it is?
It's kind of like Xevious. That was one of the ones. That was one of the ones I picked up on one of my walking talks, my walking socks. River Raid.
Yeah, I love that game. I totally forgot about it. And I said,
Cool.
That's one I played a lot.
Yeah.
I got a long ways through that one. It's one of
Good
those
game.
ones. It's addictive.
It is addictive. It's great.
Great graphics.
Top tier for Atari as far as just the game itself. It's fun to play. Still
Yeah,
fun
so
to play even today.
Yeah, it'd be one I would like to pick up or at least get the emulator for my Mr. Do.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to do that because I love that game. I totally forgot about it though.
Another early shoot 'em up.
So I saw your
would be
video.
River Raid. River Raid really is, to me, one of the top Atari games.
I would agree. Yeah, to blow up the bridges.
This game I had to include. This is actually a homebrew Princess Rescue. Very cool game. I do think Atari Age released it.
Super
Basically,
Mario Brothers done
on
on the Atari 2600.
Yeah, that exactly the same things you have to do.
It's crazy.
Didn't know that existed.
Mm-hmm.
Just fun to play. Missile Command,
Yeah, we played this one a lot.
a classic
It's
Atari
great.
game. Really amazing gameplay considering the limitations of the Atari. Very fun, very addictive. A game that I always come back to.
Yep.
Asteroids.
Yeah,
is
play this
in
one too.
my very top games.
Yep.
My grandfather had this as a kid, and that's where I got to play it the most.
Nice.
He had a summer camp, and we would play Asteroids the whole time we were there. He had no TV, but he had a TV set, and he had Asteroids. So we could play.
Yeah, the one thing I always thought about Asteroids is that would have been so easy to make it like the arcade. All you had to do is
Yeah.
really make everything white instead of all those
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
Do the outline of the asteroids. You would have thought that had been so easy to make it close to.
Yeah,
the,
I think
arcade.
stuff would have been so blocky though. It probably wouldn't have been good. But there's a game called Space Rocks. It's a homebrew, and it's very much like the Asteroids. So they did make one that's a little more like Asteroids. But the original for me is nostalgic because my grandfather had a camp on the Allegheny River in Pennsylvania. It was like
Hey.
a summer camp, and you had to drive through a creek to get to it. Okay, it was kind of secluded, and there was no cable, no television. But he brought a TV there and a 2600. We had Space Invaders, we had Asteroids, and we had Raiders of the Lost Ark and Demon Attack. Those were the games that he had. And like pretty much the whole time while we were there, like we would play those games when it was raining, when it was dark at night. You know, it was just, I have a lot of memories of those games. Just they come back all the way to when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed those games though. They had a lot of gameplay. I mean, and it just holds up. It's just fun to play, you know. It's very basic, but really well done with those particular games.
Yeah, even Space Invaders. I love the Space Invaders too.
Asteroids at his summer camp. That was pretty cool. And the number one game for me on the Atari is, of course, Space Invaders. This game was the killer app for the Atari.
Now listen to those sounds. Still remember them.
Enjoyed this video. That sums up some of my favorite Atari games.
Yeah, some good ones, man. Some good ones, man.
Yeah, man. It's hard to limit it, you know, to just even that many. I could have kept going, but you know, those are some of the ones that I really love, and I play those like when I start going through my cartridges. Those are ones that I usually pull and have to play, like when I'm playing games. I like all those games a lot. Here's one variant I didn't show, which was actually a ColecoVision. This is a ColecoVision cartridge Venture that played for the Atari. So just a ton, like if you're collecting Atari cards, and this some collector made this little box. I thought this was super cool. Little cool box. This reminds me of going to the video store, you know, back in the 80s, you know, go in the video store and you get your game in one of these boxes. But very cool. You know, so yeah. Who doesn't love Atari? Carlo says At Games loves Atari.
Zoom up.
Atari is great. I mean, why wouldn't you love Atari?
Let's get a close up. I never used this mode.
Wow.
That's a zoom up, isn't it?
That is a zoom up.
Hey, you're clean shaven over there, man, just like me.
I know. Yeah, I shaved it off. Had to regrow, just grown it back out. But yeah, so
yeah, I couldn't take it anymore, man. I can't. Facial hair, man. It's just.
Yeah, I'm just so used to it. It's like
everything gets caught in my freaking beard, man. It's like water. Then my lips are always chapped.
I know. The worst stage was kind of like in between. I just like to look a little scruffy, just a little scruffy. So
I guess it's the 3 years being in the military.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to get started on military?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about tank busters again.
They got a lot more stuff now, man. I was watching some stuff.
I bet.
We got some scary stuff.
I bet. I found this guy. I was digging through my Atari cards, and you know, I used to get these loot crates. Check out this guy I found.
Oh.
Into focus. Get him into focus. Come on, focus. There it is. It's Rick and Morty. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It was just sitting in that drawer, just chilling.
What was it? Combat looks fun to play. Combat was fun to play. Goofy Foot used to piss my brother off playing Combat. See, I was a little brother, man. My older brothers used to piss me off, man. He used to always kill me all the time, man. I hated those freaking guided missiles, man. I could never hit them. They hit me every freaking time. Yeah, Activision was always on top. Yeah, Activision has some good game. Demon Attack is another fave.
Activision actually paid the people that made the games, and they let them put their name on it. So if you were good at coding Atari games, that was the place to go, you know, because Atari would give you no credit.
Yeah.
Like the guy that made Space Invaders got gypped. He got like no credit at all. So Activision that was how they started.
Goofy Foot, I can still hear the gameplay of Demon Attack. Love that game.
No.
Kuro at Games brought us the Activision pack, and they played great. ALU.
Yeah. I love, you know, like I said, it's so unnatural to play these Atari games on my pinball, but I do. It's a guilty pleasure. Like sometimes I'll be playing my At Games Legends pinball, and I'll just bust. Like I have my actually Atari Activision pack on my pinball machine. So like I can go from like I'll have all my pinball tables, and then right next to it I'll have some Activision games. and I'll just play them. And you can play Frostbite on the pinball. It's fun. Great game.
Military Dreams, I have them all the time, and they suck.
Okay, here's for the chat.
They do suck.
What is the theme of this cup?
Well, it's
Switching it
Atari.
up. It's Atari. Here we go.
It's orange. It's
Can we
orange.
guess it? Let's see. Let's see who gets it first.
I can't think of it.
Oh, I should have went the other way. There it is. Asteroids. The old Atari. The old Atari like graphics, pretty cool. That's like on the arcade cab, you know?
Yep. My magic. What's best art Atari game of all time?
Space Invaders.
Really?
I think so for me, probably. It's up there.
Man,
I like a lot of them. I mean, it's just so different, you know? I like Space Invaders a lot, though. Great gameplay. Pitfall is a good one. Mm-hmm.
Carlos's Pitfall, yeah.
I would say Pitfall 2 is better than Pitfall. If you've played Pitfall 2. Pitfall 2 is a bit more rare, but I felt like it was a little better game. But they're both great. Everyone knows Pitfall was more popular by far.
Yeah, because it came out earlier, I think. Because
Yeah.
Pitfall 2 played a lot better.
Yeah, the Pitfall commercial has Jack Black in it when he was a kid.
Yep. I love the music in Pitfall 2, man. I remember
the music was great.
Got that for my birthday, man. I
think it had like a special sound chip in it or something. Like it was pushing the envelope of what the Atari could do. Like it was way beyond what you should have been able to do on an Atari.
Yeah, oh, it was. I said that in my video. It used a 4-way instead of a 2. So double
sound chip. It had a sound chip in it. Didn't inside the cartridge. That's why it's kind of a pain in the butt to emulate. It actually had a sound chip inside the cartridge, I think. But I think they can emulate it well now.
It doubled the the sound basically, going from 2 channel to 4, which is kind of crazy. Think about it back then. The music, I just love the music.
Yeah, Chopper Command was cool. Chopper Command was kind of like almost like a Defender, but you're in helicopters. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't remember Chopper Command. We seem to stick to the same games all the time for some reason. And later on, when my brothers all left, a lot of the games I played was River Raid, Pitfall 2, and some other games too that I bought for like 50 cents and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even think of what they were now. It's been so long.
Yeah.
My mom threw them all away, so I can't even go back and say, "Oh, there they are."
Yeah.
If you didn't grab your stuff, man, my mom threw it away. It's like,
That's it,
no.
Man. This junk has got to go. This is junk. I need this junk. I need this space back. Throw those comic books away. Throw
from the 50s. Throw them away.
Those Star Wars toys are junk. Throw them away. Probably some of them are worth a fortune if you still have them.
No, she didn't touch her Star Wars stuff. We told her.
No, she didn't pitch the Star Wars stuff, huh?
No.
Hey, we got Bozo Calvin Jr. here. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Calvin?
He's cool. I like that guy. He said he's going to get the new Fast and Furious and do a review maybe. That would be great because I know I can trust his reviews.
There he is. There's Calvin dancing.
There he is.
With my Team McCluskey.
Oh, that is cool.
Shirt.
I see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that a long time ago for my old streams.
Dang, that's awesome.
Me and Calvin go way back.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have did that one because now it's getting a damn strike or a claim, whatever.
That little bit, hopefully not.
It did on my other streams.
Did it? Man, they are serious, man. It doesn't take anything, like any of the sound that the algorithm picks up.
Yeah, it sucks. Because I did a bunch of them. I did one with polka music in it. And one of the polka music ones, man, got freaking claim on it too. It's like, you gotta be kidding me, man. It's like, as you saw, it's like 5 seconds.
Oh, he pre-ordered 2 Fast and Furious.
Oh,
2. Really? Wow. He's gonna be network. He's balling. That's baller.
I'm coming to your house, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I want to see the video for that. Let's get that one out first. That's gonna be a great video.
House. I'm moving to North Carolina, man, sometime this year. Gonna be around the Outer Banks. So I don't know how far that way from that is from you, but I could actually maybe come over there. Play that mug.
I had some other junk I was going to show you. Want me to pull out the other show and tell junk I have?
Sure.
Yeah, check this out. Okay, well, I play on the Sears Telegames. This is my main Atari I play on. It's just the basic wood grain looking Atari that everyone like is used to, but it's a Sears version. It's called a Telegames, and it's wood grain. But
see that dance cover?
Here's some evolutions of Atari. Some of these are pretty cool. This is a. They all work. They all work too. Pull this one out first.
Yeah, the poking dance. Remember that one, Kelvin?
Atari went from big to this bad boy here. This is the Atari 2600 Junior. Look at that thing, man. How crazy is that? Look at that.
That's considered a junior?
Yeah, man. It's got like the rainbow. Plays all the same Atari games. The ports are in the back. Trying to see it. There we go.
Yeah, there's ports.
And it works. It works perfectly fine. But this is an Atari Junior. It's part of my Atari collection. I got the Telegames. And then I got. When I first started being interested in Atari, from not having any, the first thing I bought was this AtGames. Just a little. And this one's actually HDMI. It's just this was available everywhere. I think like Sam's Club, and they were everywhere.
Oh, this had them too.
This is a flashback gold, but the 40th anniversary. I think it has wireless joysticks, but so this is one of the first ones I got. You know, and kind of like I was like, man, I love Atari stuff. Maybe I'll get into collecting it. Then I got a bunch of real Atari consoles. And then I got this thing. Let me show you this thing.
Everything was wood grain. My mom and dad put wood grain in our living room and hallway.
What I would recommend for someone that's, you know, I always like collecting the real Atari stuff. There's always a different kind of feeling to having the actual real hardware. But this thing is great. I need to hook this back up. This is a...
What is that thing?
This is called a Retron 77. And this is an HDMI output Atari. It's got HDMI out, so you get a beautiful picture. And you put real Atari cartridges in it. It has a real Atari slot.
There it is.
And you can play your Atari games using real cartridges.
It's pretty damn cool.
And this little H glows blue. It's made by Hyperkin. It's called a Retro 77 or Retron 77. And the coolest thing about this, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but you can hack this thing and you can play every Atari game ever made.
Nice.
There's in the back, there's a little memory card, and you can take the memory card out and you look on YouTube, it's out there, and you just make an image and put it on here, and you can literally have every Atari game ever made on one little thing. Pretty cool. Pretty good emulation overall. The only thing that this thing doesn't do great is it doesn't do the paddle games great, but any game that uses a joystick plays pretty good on it, you know? The paddle games, I think nothing's ever going to touch original hardware because it was so analog, you know? I mean, the controls were analog, the picture's analog. So I think, you know, like games like Kaboom, and they're very hard to get just right, but this is awesome. I would recommend these. The Retron 77. It comes with like a little wood grain joystick too.
Goofy Foot says he has one.
Yeah, not bad. It's pretty good. And then some other things for Atari that are cool.
Everybody's liking Rcade. That was a great game.
This is a joystick that Hyperkin makes for the Atari. It's pretty cool. It gives you like kind of like your standard joystick pad.
Nice.
And then you hit a button, and there's a spinner on the end.
There's a spinner on the end.
That's a spinner built, so it kind of feels like a almost it's NES like, but you got one button. You know, it's Atari.
Yeah.
You can play it right-handed or left-handed. It's really cool. But this little controller I like a lot. Sometimes I'll play with this one. It's pretty good. Not bad. Most people don't know they have a controller like this you can get for classic Atari 2600. It's pretty cool. It has a paddle built on the end.
I like the coloring on that stripe.
Yeah, it's very retro looking. And all this Retron stuff is very retro looking. And then
moving dolly, nice, Calvin. Yep. Yeah, almost 100 pounds for those FNS.
There's the joystick that comes with the Retron. It's wood grain. It's pretty cool. Double button, you know, so like you can right-handed or left-handed. Nice little joystick. Nice, like, you know, classic Atari feeling joystick. So, pretty cool.
And if I remember right, the Atari 26 original joystick, weren't they rubber, the stick? Wasn't the stick
it's rubber.
Hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard rubber. I remember biting into it.
Did it taste good?
Wow, that was 7
so,
8.
Yeah.
That was 7.
Yeah, that's funny. Dude, my kids, I mean, still.
You see teeth marks in the camp?
Yeah, I'm like, who's chewing on these pencils? Who's chewing on these pencils in my classroom? Little teeth marks, like beavers, you know, they're chewing on the pencils. Like, that's, you know, I don't know why kids do that.
I don't know why I did it.
But, you know. But anyway, Atari stuff it's a good like it's a cheap system to collect for. So like if you want to collect something super retro, I mean, there's not too much more retro than Atari. Maybe like a Pong or something like that, or Stunt Cycle, like those very old consoles. But to me, Atari is kind of where it began, you know.
Yeah, and, you know,
games at home.
We never replaced our Atari. The Atari 2600 we had, my mom bought sometime in, you know, I think maybe 1977, and that thing lasted all the way until I left,
dude,
to go to the military, which was in 1988. So I mean, that thing lasted over 10 years.
They are hard to kill. Atari cartridges and Atari consoles.
Only thing we broke was
primitive hardware. It's just it works. The stuff usually lasts a long time, you know.
It probably still worked when my mom threw it away.
Yeah.
Probably
people lose the power thing for it more than, and like a lot of times that's all they need, you know. But
yeah, joysticks, man, we just killed those.
Yeah, they wear out. They wear out. But you can buy these new replaced. Like I said, Hyperkin makes a pretty good one, and you can still get the, you know, I have all kind. I'm not even busting open that drawer. I got so many different Atari joysticks, like original ones. But I actually like using these modern reproduction ones. They have the Hyperkin ones are pretty good.
Do they play better?
I just like they're pretty solidly built. I like them. Yeah. And you know what they just did? Like, I love this one. This one's wood green, you know. This has the Atari look. But you know what they did? They made one that was all clear. And I love things that are clear.
Oh,
they
really?
have one now that's like clear orange. Like you could see all, like it's all clear.
It's orange?
Translucent orange. I'm like, man, Hyperkin. It's a Retron 77. And you know. Yeah, I have all kinds. I have pretty much the whole Atari catalog in here. But it's still fun to play on if you're gonna play on original hardware, you need I like to play through on an old TV too, you know. So I get a good picture, you know. It's just like it was back in the day. Only bad part about playing on an old TV is, of course, you can't capture it well. You can't really film an old television set.
Look at that one.
That's the one that I like to get. I love the new design with the clear.
There it is.
Pretty sharp. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's got the orange joystick too, I think. Yeah.
It's orange and
all
that's
clear.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool looking.
I just saw that like when I was looking them on Amazon. It was like that popped in. I was like, man, I wish I wouldn't have seen it, you know. It's like, you know, I have one of these and there's nothing wrong with it, but you know, I always love like all my like I have the Xbox consoles and I put them all in clear cases. All my Dreamcasts now are modded where I took them all apart and put them in clear. I have a purple one. I have a clear plastic one. I'm
thinking this joystick's see-through too.
It is, yeah. It's that same translucent orange.
Yeah, and even the joystick, man. You got to get one, man, so we can see it.
Pretty bad, yeah. I know. I want to get one. Want to get one.
How much is this one here?
Not bad.
Almost
like
$80.
$80.
Holy crap. That's
Yeah,
too
but
expensive.
it's not. But you can get you get a little memory card. You get every game that's ever made for Atari. You can have the whole history of Atari in one little thing.
Does it come with it for $80? It's better.
It has a memory card, but I don't know if it's big enough to put the whole ROM dump. But
Man,
you can put a bunch of them in there.
Dang, I figured it'd be like $20 or something.
$20.
No, I wasn't expecting 80. Yeah,
80,
$20.
I think that's real reasonable for what it is. You think that's high? I think that's fantastic. People pay $80 for a new PlayStation 5 game.
Well, that's PlayStation 5. That's modern.
This is retro though. I mean, this is like retro reproduction. I don't know. To me, I would probably. I mean, I'm happy with the one. I'm happy with my original one. So I mean, I would recommend it if you're kind of interested in Atari and getting a chance to play these games without physically collecting cartridges. It's not a bad way to go.
I think Hobby Hands said earlier that he found a Atari 2600.
Yeah. Another thing you can do is you can just, if you do have any AtGames products like the Legends Ultimate or the joysticks like the Gamer Pro, you can actually buy an Activision pack that has a lot of the great Atari games. And some of the Activisions, most of the AtGames, I think a lot of them come with some Atari games as well. But the Activision pack has a lot of the good games. I'd recommend that.
Yeah, Activision had some good games. Mm-hmm. River Raid was Activision, right?
Yep.
That felt like
Kaboom. Yeah, Pitfall 2, Enduro, Frostbite, that game I showed, the shooter I showed, Mega Mania. There's just a ton of good ones. They were good. Activision, like I said, they wanted their games to be the best graphics and the best games, and the creators got credit. So they were much more incentive to make a great game, you know?
Yep. Oh yeah, it does. Jimmy C says Atari 50th was a cool collection. I enjoyed watching the documentary. Bits more than just playing the games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that.
Did they have the documentary about the ET cartridges in the dump? Was that on the Atari 50th?
I think they
have that documentary, because I've seen a documentary about like the ET cartridges, like looking for them. Supposedly they just had so many they just ended up burying them.
Yeah. I don't know why, man. It was a fun game, but I think they did talk about that. I do believe? I think I saw it too. Let's see. Just wish there was more Atari arcade games. Atari STF, because SNES on it.
Yeah, I had an Atari ST computer. I used to play this game called Dungeon Explorer on it. I think that's the only thing I played on it. I mean, but I had an Atari ST computer. I think it was the only game I really played much on it. But
I didn't know they made a computer.
Yeah, they made. I had the original Atari 400, 800, and I had hundreds of games. I had because that was back when people did floppy disks, and everyone was burning them. It was like. You would burn those floppy disks for a lot of the games ran off floppy disk. The good ones like Bruce Lee. There was a bunch of games that you could get on floppy disk.
Good old floppies.
Wow, he has an Atari 800 XL and an ST.
Nice. What year did those come out? Had been like late 80s.
The Atari computers were at the same time as the 2600. That's when they launched.
Back in the 70s?
I think the early 80s, I think, maybe.
Really?
It wasn't that late. They were early. They were an early home computer. I mean, it's the first home computer I had was an Atari 800. And they had a 400 model that had a membrane keyboard. Well, that was a bad idea. When you go to McDonald's, those keyboards that are like the membrane and you press them. The cheaper Atari computer had a membrane keyboard, but I remember the Atari computers, the 800 and 400, they had really good, like the Defender was really good. The Defender cart was good. The Centipede was pretty fun. So the arcade ports were better on the Atari computer. It was more powerful.
Right, yeah. Which would make
but
sense.
it never really. I don't think it never really got as popular as it should have. They just wanted to sell 2600s. I mean, they had the computer, but it seemed like they just really were dead set on pursuing the 2600 at any cost, you know. And it ended up costing them everything.
I mean, it says, yeah, my 800 XL plays cartridges.
Yeah, they have
That's
a cartridge
cool.
and a disk drive. The Atari computers did. And a floppy disk drive and a cartridge.
I know when I was in first grade, our school got Apple computers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, we're getting fancy over here.
I know. Did you play Oregon? Did you play Oregon Trail on it?
It was
no
school,
Oregon Trail. No, they didn't have Oregon Trail on that thing.
Probably they probably did.
School I went to did. Yeah, you weren't allowed to play.
They probably played after school was out.
Yeah, you get to play stuff like typing. Yeah. Typing. This is how you type.
Jimmy C. Atari ST with floppy disk was my first ever system. My first ever system was Packard Bell.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
I think I had a terrible HP computer. I mean, like my first IBM type computer. I think it was an HP or something. It was nothing special. You know.
I actually had to finance my first computer.
They were expensive. There's still they could still be very expensive for like a gaming computer. You can put down some money on a gaming computer.
Carlo, I learned to program on Atari 400. And 400. I use Atari logo on our school computers. Didn't know they had Atari 400. What was Atari 400? Is that a console?
It was a Atari computer. It was like like I said, the Atari computers were a little bit like a console. They had a cartridge. The 800 had a regular keyboard, and the 400 had a membrane keyboard. Was the main difference, I think. And but other than that, they're the same thing, I think. But I'm not an Atari computer expert. I mean, I had the 800. I had the floppy disk drive. I had a bunch of discs for it. Had some of the cartridges, a lot of the arcade ports. Actually, the Space Invaders had higher resolution, but I still preferred the 2600. I don't know why. Something about the way it played. It just played really well to me, you know. So. But they had Space Invaders. It looked higher resolution on the Atari 400, 800. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to go back and play those games every once in a while. And I play them on emulation now. But my favorite game was actually called Bruce Lee, and it was a floppy game. It was a floppy disk game. It was great, man. It was like a platformer, and you could actually there was like a Bruce Lee, and there was a sumo wrestler. And the second joystick, you could plug it in, and if you had a friend, they could play the sumo wrestler. And then, if you're playing it, no one was playing it, the sumo wrestler would chase you around and attack you. But if you had a friend, you know, they could play the sumo wrestler, and then you didn't have to deal with that. So it was kind of fun. Karateka was another good one. Or was it Karateka? I can't remember. That was another good one. That was like. Karateka. Karateka. What is it?
Reta.
Yeah, Bruce Lee on the Commodore 64 was good too.
Didn't have a Commodore. I wanted a Commodore 64, but my parents didn't do it.
Dude, the Commodore 64 version of Hero is great. They took that game that I love on the Atari. There's a Commodore 64 version that's really nice too. Same game, just they up the graphics just a little bit, but same gameplay. You know. A little more powerful system.
Yeah, we wanted a Commodore 64. It was like, man, look at the graphics of those games compared to what we have. Come on, get it.
Possible Mission. Possible Mission was beast mode, man.
Parents said no.
Ain't on Bungling Bay.
You're stuck with the Atari 2600. Live with it, sucker.
Yeah. Live with it, sucker.
No Commodore 64 for you.
The Commodore 64.
Oh, since I brought up sucker.
Can you dig it, sucker? Can you dig it, sucker?
Wow.
I had some cool stuff in my old stream.
You do, man. You got a stream deck or something. That's pretty cool. That was neat.
Saw through Streamlabs OBS, man.
Uh-huh.
I used to have a bunch of stuff, but I'm slowly pulling it back in.
Uh-huh. So you're getting used to having the bezel now on the Mr. Do? It looks great, by the way.
Well, you can see it.
It's looking sharp in your background. Now it looks legit, man. It looks
Don't
like it's
it?
finished.
Now
It looks like the project, the journey is now complete. Looks great. Good job.
Thanks. Only took 3 years to get that damn bezel.
Yeah. Well, you know, whenever you're making something yourself, though, it takes a while. But I think my MAME arcade I made that uses a real Galaga arcade cab, I probably spent 2 years making that. But I've kept it since I built it, and it's always been good to have.
I love it, man. I mean, I play that all the time. You know, you guys say, Operation Wolf, and I'm like, I can get it. Boom, it's on there.
Yeah.
I just gotta get the send-in gun though. I still haven't.
Yeah.
Stinks, man, because Phil from PD7, man, he yesterday he got an email from send-in, and they shipped his gun already. Wow. I bought mine the next day. He bought his on last Friday. I bought mine last Saturday. I still haven't got a notification for they shipped mine. It's like it was just a day later. Nothing from me. You know, and then people are like, "Hey, get Sable's marquee off of eBay. You'll get it early." Guess what?
No,
not for me.
Not for you.
It's been 3 weeks already.
Yeah.
Phil said he got his in 2 weeks from off of eBay. I'm like, nope. Everything for me, man, is like slow as shit. I don't know why. What's up with me?
Pony Express for you, T. You get the Pony Express.
Man, it sucks.
Goofyfoot sold his Amiga for the Mac. He regrets it to this day.
Wow. Yeah, the Mac. Don't know a whole lot about the Mac, but
Jamie C. Man, I was a ST Tribe. Amiga guys were the rich kids. Was the Amiga the one that had the video toaster? Because when I was in a punk rock band back in the olden days, someone made this video for my band. They used this thing. It was on the Amiga. It used the Amiga computer. It was called a toaster. It was like an early video editor. It was pretty cool at the time. Now we can do all this stuff like easily, but back then that was like, woo, that's neat. You know, really was cutting edge for what was around at those days.
Yep.
Video toaster.
Yep. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I got another video of yours.
Yeah, let's play it.
Some 2600 stuff.
Awesome.
Star Trek will not be presented tonight, so that we may bring you the following special program.
June. I can't believe they did that.
Oh yeah, like this is something I came up with to add to it. Yeah. Wizard of War. Check that out.
I mean, this looks great.
Yeah. There's the cart.
CBS video games. What?
CBS video games. They have the ugly gold cartridges, man.
Oh, it is gold. It's beautiful.
Gold, baby.
Didn't know they made games. I'm not sure why we didn't have this game.
Yeah, it's fun.
The original arcade game was released in 1980, but this game was really popular back in that time period.
It's like pew, 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 pew.
Pew.
It's John Madden.
Look how young he is.
I know. How cool is that?
Makes sense, me not CBS.
Today's challengers, Arcade Aces, Tony Sarkis against Ray Johnson. The game, Wizard of War, new from CBS Video
Yeah,
Crazy.
man. I love everything Wizard of War. I love the Atari 2600. I love the arcade first. The arcade is what brings back those feels the most. But Wizard of Walls, Bozo Calvin saying, yeah, the Wizard of Walls game is really good on the iiRcade.
Yeah, I think you have it on this video too. That looks really cool, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun.
Love those graphics.
How can we make this money back offer? Because we know how tough this game
1983.
1983. They're like, well, if you don't like this game, we'll buy it back.
2600.
Yeah.
400, 800 computers had a version of it.
Those days are over.
Had a version, and even the Rcade had a version of this game. So this would have been a popular game back in the 1980s.
Yeah, and I don't know why we didn't have it.
It's really an amazing port of this arcade game for an Atari 2600 game. They did a pretty good job considering how limited the power of the.
I didn't realize they had a
bad.
map down there.
Yeah,
We're going to move on to
The little
something that's more
map.
future.
because they're invisible. Some bangers on the iiRcade.
Smoking hot version
Coming.
of Wizard of War. It's a new retro reimagined game called Wizard of Walls.
That's funny.
Let's check
Wizard
it
of
out.
Walls.
If you have an iiRcade, this is a must-buy game.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's got a 9 out
That's
of
great.
10.
Yeah, I love it. This is like the kind of games I like. This is why I like iiRcade. You know, these are the kind of games I like.
I would buy it. Once
The
I get one.
retro modern games are really fun, and you know, the games that are really feel like the old games, but they add something new.
I mean, I just love this graphics and the 3D effect and all that. It's so cool.
It is cool.
Modern graphics.
It's so cool, man. Even like the lights.
I know. It's almost like Tron or something. They added a little Tron to it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
little
that's
Tron
right.
effect. They kept the gameplay
Dude, that's
pretty
so
close.
cool, man.
They
Look at
kept the
that.
gameplay pretty close to the arcade, the original.
Wizard of War arcade game. I felt immediately at home playing this game.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's so
Check it out
neat
if you have
looking.
an iiRcade. If not, it's available on Steam as well.
Oh, it is on Steam?
On Steam, yeah, you can play it on Steam.
I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up.
Man, it looks so cool.
And there's the OG.
Coming at you with some Wizard of War via the iiRcadians Legends Ultimate.
At Games Legends Ultimate. Shout out to At Games, Coin Ops.
Run some of these really old games.
At
Wizard of
Games.
War is one of the games that runs perfectly with Coin Ops X.
Oh, it's called a radar.
No emulation issues at all.
Yeah, no emulation issues on this game.
Crisp screen.
Plays crisp.
Good
It's
sound.
crisp.
You sound like John D.
I know it's crisp. This ALU screen.
However,
Look at those
17
black
inches.
levels. Look at those black levels on that game.
would allow me to capture the footage a lot better. But
No HDMI out though. That's the one flaw of the At Games. It's still, to me, one of the things they should definitely look into.
how good the black levels are.
Arcade One Up needs to too.
The sound, you can see
I don't know what they should all have that. I mean,
I don't understand.
fantastic.
crispy At Games is all you need. Shout out to Carl O, the biggest At Game show.
This is Wizard of Walls is basically
Yeah, they have a great screen. Great for retro games. Great for classic. Any game that has a lot of black, the At Game screen's great.
I am playing this co-op, which means I'm playing 2-player. Always fun to play. Wizard of War is an excellent.
Yes,
co-op.
Three Stooges and Popeye are killer games. I love those. I play those whenever I see those in an arcade. I gotta play them.
And
The Warlock got me. Here comes the Wizard. There's the Wizard of War. There he is.
War. I do think that did count as a kill. You get a double score dungeon, it will. Let's see.
Double score.
Yeah, Gen 1 1-ups. The blacks are good. Goofy.
One's yellow, one is blue.
How we solve these?
Some of the enemies turn invisible. That's what you got to use the radar.
You gotta use the radar when they go invisible.
Enemies. Definitely adds some stress. I just thought it was cool that it had the star field in the background. I thought that was a
Yeah, the star field is cool.
Madden was with a lot of different stuff when he first started out.
On to Dungeon 6.
Dungeon 6.
If you enjoyed this content, hit that thumbs up button. You can do it. Consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps the channel. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to check out some classic gaming with some Wizard of War action. It's a great game. Give it a try. Doesn't matter how you play it. At games, name, Arcade 1-Up, but I know it's on my Defender Partycade.
Nice.
Yep. Lots of ways to play.
Reminding you to stay
Legit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Guess what I
Yeah.
just downloaded?
What'd you just download? Wizard of Walls.
Yep.
Yep.
No, not Wizard of Walls. No, I meant earlier today.
Oh.
Wizard of War for my Mr. Do.
Oh, Wizard of War. Cool. You gonna put it on there? That's a great game. It's fun.
I got
It
it
should
on
play
my,
good.
I got it on my stick right now. I haven't
Uh.
stuck it in Mr. Do yet, but yep, I downloaded it. Got it ready to stick it in there.
I'm surprised you don't just use like a giant pie build. Like you don't like having that many games on the machine, or
I don't want to fill it up with a bunch of games that I'm not
you have to
going to play.
cycle through. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I
just
get.
want the ones I want to play with. I won't have to cycle through 300 games. I'll never play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just slowly putting in, and I keep screwing things up. Like I just put in the new retro pie that somebody made, which made it compatible with the send-in guns. I had to reload all my games again. It's like, damn.
Oh. Well, they'll work with sending though, so that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, it works with sending. Yeah,
it's worth it for that alone. Just
Yeah. Somebody instead of me going in there and trying to create it to work with sending, somebody's already did all the work. So
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool. So downloaded that, and then so it's ready for the send-in guns. But then I had to reload all my games on there. But luckily, I still had them all on my memory. Stick.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so hard. So yeah, I'm all set up for send-in. I just got to plug it in, man. It should work.
There you go.
But yeah, no, tomorrow I'll be putting a Wizard of War on there. Play that for a little bit.
That's cool.
And I don't know why I never played that game. I mean, I love Berserk. Just that back then I said, they copied freaking Berserk. I'm not going to play that game.
Yeah,
sure
yeah. It's a little different than Berserk. Wizard of War and Berserk are a little different. That's the great thing about Wizard of War is it's fun to play if you can play with another person live. If you play 2-player cooperative, of course you could shoot each other too. But to me, it's really cool. Like Joust and Wizard of War, you can play cooperatively and see how far you can get. Like you can like fire back to back and stuff. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good cooperative game, Wizard of War. It's like those games. Some of those early games were really fun. Like Gauntlet was that way. You could play 4-player Gauntlet. It was just more fun to play with live people. I mean, it's okay as an arcade game by itself, but when you play with live people, I think those games shine. Wizard of War, Gauntlet, Joust.
Yep, I had no clue.
Rampage.
Why did they put Paperboy on MK cabinets? It's so stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't belong on there.
No. It's just like that Arcade 1-Up, man. They keep making Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I mean,
they're not improving it that much. Though, like the Mortal Kombat. I mean, they should have Mortal Kombat should be close to perfect by now. How many gazillion Mortal Kombat versions have they had? Why is it not perfect? I mean, it should be close to its final, like, perfected form. You know what I mean? It's not like, I mean, they've done it before on consoles and stuff, I think. So, I mean, just get it right,
It's almost Friday, Brooklyn said.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they got these other games already. Like, you can make a Paperboy cabinet. You can make a Gauntlet cabinet. I mean, they already have the rights. Make them, man. I would buy a Gauntlet cabinet.
Yeah, I probably would too. I like the look of the arcade game, but
yeah, I mean they have the rights to it. It's like quit making MK and Pac-Man and all that, and make some of the ones you already have that you don't have to get the license for already because you already have it. Gauntlet's a cool looking cabinet.
It is a good looking cab.
I mean, I understand Paperboy because I mean, how many games are you gonna put?
Yeah, with the push pull. I mean, probably the best way to play it on home arcade. I still think that game really is like playing the real arcades where it's at, but Probably the best way to play it at home is with a yoke, like a GRS yoke or a Star Wars yoke controller. It plays pretty good because when you tilt the yoke, it's like pushing the handlebars up and down.
Right.
But I
Yeah,
don't
put
know.
it on. Put it on something like that. Well,
The
I mean, when you
controls
have-
were so unique, you know.
Oh yeah, they are. You can't play with the joystick. You just can't.
Certain games you have to really go like all the way, like Spy Hunter, Qbert. You know, Spy Hunter is hard because the steering wheel's different. It has the button, you know, for like calling your like little car that gives you your upgrades.
Yep.
It's got a lot of unique things to it that make it, you know.
But see,
what
like
it
even like
is.
that. I mean, I know they want to keep Star Wars complete, but you could put Spy Hunter on Star Wars because you have those extra buttons. You know, you have
Yeah.
4 buttons. You know, one of the top buttons you can make it for that middle button on Spy Hunter. So there's ways they
Yeah.
could have done that, or just make another cabinet.
That's another good one with unique controls. Do you remember 720 had the joystick that turns around? With like
Oh,
a
yeah,
360-degree joystick. And the
Yeah,
cab
sure
looked
about
like a boom box. It looked like it had a boom box
Yeah.
at the top. You know, skate or die, you know, and it had all the different, had to go to the half pipe. That game was fun. I love that game. And you know, as many arcade tours as I do, I don't know if I've ever seen a 720 in the arcade, like in the field. That's hard to believe because I've been to a lot of arcades. And I don't know why. I mean, I can't wait till I see it again. I like the game. Played it a lot on emulation, but it's not the same as playing it with the right controls.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Trying to pull one up. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, look at that's a cool cab. Look at that cab. It's crazy looking. And then the joystick's actually like it's a 360-degree rotational joystick, kind of its own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the joystick there, but
It
you
looks
kinda
like it looks like the boom box is just sitting on the top of it. Yeah, 720 was dope, man. That game was awesome.
a little bit bigger. You kind of see the joystick right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the boom box up there, lights up and everything. That's a neat looking cabinet.
Yeah,
It kind of
sure.
reminds me a little bit of some of the racing cabinets. Kind of set up like that. Pretty cool. Who made 720? Do you know?
I think it's Atari, huh? It's Atari. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think so.
See, they could probably make something like that. They wanted to.
Yeah, I'm sure they can get the license. I mean, it just takes money.
Yeah,
money talks. Money talks. You know.
They've done other Atari games, so
yeah.
Imagine it would be hard for them to get it.
Yeah,
but you know, even like that, I mean, if they would
Bozo Calvin says Atari made 720. Yeah, I thought it was Atari.
I mean, I think Arcade One Up right now is sitting on some games that they can actually release their own cabinet, and I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, man. They said they have the Qbert license. Like, I mean, what's the hold up? Come on now. Give us Qbert. I mean, why would you just sit on that? I mean, I guess so other people can't make a machine or have it on their game machine. But I mean,
but like I said, there's already
community.
There's our games they already have, man. They could release.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I would definitely buy a gun because there's not that many more games that I would buy from them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd buy Qbert now or not because I have I got the little one.
Yeah, you can get a good multicade and you can play like you're playing it on the Pi, but I mean, I would probably play a lot of multicade games now on my At Games products, my Legends Ultimate, or I have a MAME arcade I can play stuff on, but all those games you can play in a lot of ways, You
got your new wave, Rcade.
I have my new wave. Yep, I got my new wave Qbert. I do like that. It's fun.
Yeah, me too. Marble Madness. That's another one they have.
Yeah, Carl O. New Wave should do 720. Now that would be one I would have to have. I mean, I would have to have. If they did 720, I'm pre-ordering that. I'm pre-ordering that sucker. I gotta pre-order that sucker. That's one I would pre-order. Especially, I like the way they always do the controls. They do a little rotary control for that. That would be fire.
They probably would.
They probably would, because that's their deal. You know, they try to make them like little miniature arcades.
I mean, they could now you could put little coins in there to get the credit. I mean, this is like crazy what New Wave is doing. They would do it right.
Steve Cavallero. Were you into skateboarding? Remember the Bones Brigade? Do you remember that?
I was not
into skateboarding.
I lived on a dirt road.
Yeah.
Out in the country. We were
Yeah.
20.
No skateboards on the dirt road.
No.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to play.
They used to have all those cool skateboard movies in the 80s, like Search for the Animal Chin, and like skateboarding was like it was kind of underground still, you know. It's kind of edgy and underground.
Oh wow, Boxcar has Kevgret Arcade. Wanted to buy it for $1,000. Was that full size, Calvin? Kevgret?
Guardians of the Hood.
Never heard that. Remember breakdancing?
Yeah, man. Parachute pants.
Parachute, I had some.
Parachute pants, man. That was where is that?
Yeah.
You know, a Michael Jackson jacket.
No, I did not.
Moonwalker.
Yep. I think his jacket was too expensive.
Thriller.
I had the parachute pants. I had like a shirt. Remember the big thing was how you explain those shirts? They had like holes in them. What would you call that?
Yeah, like mesh.
Yeah, mesh shirt.
You had like a mesh shirt. Wow.
Yeah, so
it's pretty legit.
Mine was just the sleeves were mesh.
Yeah.
And then like the front was like red up top and black on the bottom.
Yeah.
I had one like that.
Yeah.
Full size version. Oh, full size version.
Yeah.
Wow.
Breaking.
Yeah,
breakdancing. Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yep. I remember watching that. I was not good at breakdancing. Hobby hands. I was just thinking about that. Breakdancing, yeah. Tried doing the moonwalk.
Yep.
You still have
track and field.
I play track and field, and I like that game, but it's not one I would want to own.
Yeah,
but it was a fun game. It was fun to play, though.
Yeah, people used to use like pencils and combs and stuff, and you would cheat. You put it in between the 2 buttons, and you could cheat. Like people would do stuff to cheat in that game. But yeah,
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, man. Papa Brad was hacking that mug. I had a comb when I went to the roller rink. I pull out that comb. Yeah, man. I kept that comb in my back pocket, man. I'd pull out that comb, put it on that track and field, and you know, and I get that thing going, man. Get that power bar all the way up. And man, you could cheat. You could cheat a little bit. You had to get creative back then, you know.
Yeah, I had a black comb. My comb was black.
Yeah.
I mean, people had white or black, it seemed like. Yeah, I do remember that, Calvin. I made a video a while back from Boxcar. Pretty sure it's Arcade. Yeah, swore thumbs for track and field. Yeah.
Yeah. That game was straight up painful.
They had Narc. I was so mad they took it away. Oh no. Can't believe they took Narc away.
Yeah, Goofyfoot's got it. Skateboarding in the 80s was part of the punk rock days, small niche community, 100%. Like, yeah, 100%. Then the 90s, some of the bands like that were punk were into skateboard stuff because they used punk music like Pennywise and Bad Religion and some stuff like bands like that. They were popular.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yep.
I did like the music though.
Yeah, it's pretty rocking.
I always like thrash and all that.
I don't know. Are they still around? Do they still play? I know
Who's
Bad
that?
Religion does. Pennywise.
I don't think Pennywise does. They
No,
might.
no.
Who knows? A lot of those bands
No.
are coming back, but
Yeah, I know some of those old punk bands. There's like, you know, they're still out there playing.
yeah,
You know, crazy.
you
Revolution X music is the ultimate weapon.
Remember freaking Reagan and them were going against heavy metal bands.
Yeah. Bad Religion, Crazy. You know, speaking of Bad Religion and Crazy Taxi,
Crazy
Yeah,
Taxi.
this is proof that Papa Brad is legit. I took that copyright claim to have all the real music in the game when I did my Dreamcast for Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
It has all the real
Yes, you
music. And I was like, I proudly took that copyright claim. I'm like, I am not taking out the good music just so I can put this on YouTube. So, but that's cool. It is what it is. It's one
Yeah.
you know, one
Well, I
that
think
has to be on my channel. If you're covering Dreamcast, I don't want to have a watered down version. I'd rather just take the claim and have the good music.
I thought it was cool that when I did with the pinball video we did for the stream, and then I put it on my channel.
Yeah, that was cool.
That they actually said, this is normally copyright music, but I forget how they worded it. Basically, because I had it with the pinball and that they
because you made something original out of it. Yeah,
I thought that was so cool, and I think it was because it was for the pinball machines, and it's advertisement for them. So why would they ban the music? But I just thought that was because I didn't think YouTube would do anything like that. I thought that would be a copyright claim and that's it. But I was shocked to see that just normally would be a copyright claim, but we're not going to do it this time. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool that they actually. That tells me a human actually looked at that.
Yeah.
And said, oh no, that's actually okay because it's with the pinball machines. So I just thought that was really cool because I really didn't think they would do that. So I actually have Guns N' Roses on one of my videos, and it won't get a copyright claim. I think that's awesome. I mean, how often does that work?
That's awesome. We had Guns N' Roses do our opening. Like, I always do these little trailers for my iiRcadians shows that I do, and I had Guns N' Roses doing a song. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
November Rain, I think it was.
That's a good song. Remember a game called High Impact? Do you remember that, Papa Brad?
Yep. Was it called Super High Impact or High Impact? It might have been High Impact.
Went to a Minutemen show last year. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, last concert I went to was Motley Crue.
Dude, I've not been to a concert since probably before COVID.
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
Sad. I mean, I haven't seen any kind of concert, but
Motley Crue was that. Yeah, it's funny. I'd seen a bunch of country concerts back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I saw Warrant. Heavy metal, rock bands. I saw Warrant.
Yeah, metal bands are cool. Love metal.
ZZ Top, which was an awesome concert. I saw them 3 times up in Cleveland. So 3 times up in Cleveland. They put on a really good show.
Yeah.
And of course, Motley Crue, I saw them twice.
Yeah. The last concert I went to was Social Distortion.
Don't know that.
That's the last one I went to.
Well. And the Motley Crue said they weren't going to tour again, man. They toured last year and they toured again this year. Or going to tour this year. Well, they're touring right now.
Yeah. Man, there's great music though out there. I mean, there's so many good bands you could go see. Great music.
Who do you ask the question? Which Van Halen do you like? With David Lee Roth or with Sammy Hagar?
I mean, I like the old school. I think I like the original. I like the original David Lee Roth,
What about 5150, man?
That's a good album.
I know.
That's great.
I'm with you.
They're both good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like David Lee Roth. I don't know why he had to be such an asshole, but I still like him. But man, that 5150 record was awesome, though.
Yeah.
Great stuff on that.
Yeah, hard driving was cool. Bozo's talking about hard driving, OG Arcade. That's fun. That's a little racing game where you go through the loop. Don't you go through like a loop-to-loop in that game? It's like an obstacle course that you drive through. That was a pretty cool game.
Was super hard driving?
Mm-hmm.
What Atari was that on? 2600?
No, it was an arcade game.
Wow.
And you would drive through this crazy obstacle. I mean, it had like a loop-to-loop in it. I remember that. It had like, it was crazy. It was like, I can't explain it. It's like you race your car on an obstacle course. Kind of combines an obstacle course and a racing game. What's up, Thor KC? What's happening?
Up, Thor? How you doing, Thor? Oh, dude, this funny thing, the one concert we saw ZZ Top in, it was at a theater, like in the old time theaters. So the building's made for music.
Yeah.
Great concert, but it was so funny, man. We're 3 rows back from the stage that ZZ Top did. And
Uh-huh.
all it was, man, was people passing the joint over.
Yeah.
Do it, take a puff, move it on to the next person.
Dude, you got the nice you got the nice aroma of weed for the whole concert.
Oh, dude.
You get high by just being in the audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so funny, man. The whole concert, man, it was just like, hey, your turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Pass
It on down.
It was like, it was
What's
crazy.
up, Biggie D's Arcade? Shout out to Biggie D. He was on the iiRcadians last night. Thank you so much. It's great having you on the show. I love that guy's channel. He's got a really great channel.
Kelvin, I told you I know some old school games. Yeah, you do. Nice, Sam. What'd Sam say? I missed it. Going to see Pandera. Wow, they're actually playing. Huh? Nice in August over in.
Yeah, Pantera, man. They're down with the metal.
I like Pandera.
Yeah, I do. I like them too. Some heavy
AC/DC.
stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't.
AC/DC, yeah.
I wasn't that big of a fan of AC/DC. I did like Scott though. Better. You could tell the difference. People were like, "Oh, they're the same." No, they're not. I could tell when Scott's playing or singing. But I wasn't never really that big of a fan of AC/DC. I like
how about Metallica? You a Metallica fan, or not really? Or you like more like the hair metal, heavy metal? You like Metallica or?
Look at my face.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it.
Nah, at the time I did not like them.
You didn't like them? They
grown
on you?
They said stuff. I
know, aren't they like real crazy with like if you like with their music, like copyright and stuff? Aren't they like really just like way over the edge? Like,
dude, they used
to use anything from Metallica, like you're asking for trouble.
Dude, they used to not mouth off back when you had all those things where you could get their music.
The drummer was supposed to be bad about like the you know.
But I get it.
I think a lot of modern bands, because like, you know, it's so easy to copy music. Like a lot of modern bands, they make their money playing concerts, you know, rather than recorded music. It's kind of an older thing. I mean, because like who buys recorded music anymore? It's all on you can stream it all.
I mean, I understand what they're thinking, you know, because people were getting back then. People were getting music for free, so they had to buy their CD or tape or whatever. But they were just like overboard on it. I thought.
Do you remember Napster?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think
You
of.
remember that Napster, Billy? That's a word I haven't heard in a while.
Napster, yeah. Dude, I got a bunch of CDs.
Then it turned into like the Pirate Bay was like the place to get all your sketchy stuff. Pirate Bay.
Yep.
And they probably have new stuff now.
Sabbath
and Ozzy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some good metal.
Yeah, like Ozzy. Yeah, only reason why I didn't like Metallica because they badmouthed them at Motley Crue one time.
Isn't there some kind of like rivalry between Metallica and Guns N' Roses? Like Mikey J Productions, one of my friends, he was saying there was like they have like a really hardcore like where they don't like each other rivalry between Guns N' Roses and Metallica.
Yeah, well, the head singer for Guns N' Roses there, can't think of his name right now. He was a freaking hothead, anyways. Motorhead,
Axl Rose. Axel?
Yeah, Axel. Yeah.
Axel?
Man, he doesn't look too good right now, but
yeah, well,
he was an ass. So remember,
he's getting old, dude. They're all getting old.
But
he's still going though. He's still doing it.
Well, at least he came back. I mean, he took off that one time and didn't tell his band where he went, man. He hid for what, 10 years or 5 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
He didn't tell his own bandmates, man, where he was going. He just took off. It's like, what?
Old geezers. Biggie D, what bands do you listen to? I'm curious.
The lead singer died.
LimeWire.
Welcome to the jungle. Pantera was.
Hey, did you hear? Did Jerry Springer die today?
Did he? No, I didn't hear.
Did anyone in the chat? Did you hear? Did Jerry Springer die today? I mean, I feel like throwing a chair or pulling some hair, to celebrate.
Metallica was the first band that went against Napster.
Dude, some of them Springer shows, some of those Springer shows, they're so crazy.
Damn, I'm like way behind.
Do you ever watch Springer on daytime TV?
Did you get
Jerry
sacrificed?
Springer?
Then you got sacrificed. Brooklyn Menaces, yes. So I guess he did die.
Oh man, how old was he? Well, he couldn't have been that old, huh? In his 80s? Was he in his 80s?
Yeah, I would say 80s.
Oh man, yeah.
Listen
Jerry
to
died today. That's a shame. 79 years old. Jerry Springer's died today, I think.
Sacrificed. Yeah, this
Yeah,
morning
it's
at
a shame.
home, 70 years old.
Tomorrow night, Friday night arcade show with Brooklyn Menace. Brooklyn always has some stuff planned. I wonder what he's going to have up his sleeve this week.
Like Slash.
Dude,
Remember,
this
if
whole
people
week,
didn't
all
know-
I've been playing, though, honestly, video game wise, all I've been playing is Operation Wolf. I just can't get enough, man. I'm addicted to it now. It's like the more I play it, I start to see like the patterns and stuff of how you play, you know? It took a long time though. But I love that game. It's good. You're gonna have to check it out with your send-in when you get it, and we'll compare.
Hopefully, I'm better than I am with the joystick. I'm terrible with the joystick.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You can play it. It's just harder. I got a million on the using a joystick. Took a screenshot of it.
Right,
1 million. Yeah,
1639, I think. Am I right on that?
I'm not sure. But I mean, you can't play it with the joystick. It's just harder.
Oh, I know. I've been trying. I can't get past the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, you know what you really need to pay attention to when you're playing. You got to pay attention to like which enemies you're shooting, and you got to like target like certain like you want to get them like where you get them down fast. You know.
Yeah. Area 51 would be cool. Sam says, "What shooter would you like to see come up next?" I would like to see Area 51, man. That's a fun game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which one would you like to see, papabrad?
You know, they're not going to get House of the Dead. That's too big of a title. They're never going to get that. I would like to see maybe something like it's going to sound cheesy as hell. People are going to hate this. I would like to see Mad Dog McCree. It's like this Laserdisc game with a gun, and I would like to see Operation Thunderbolt, which is a sequel to Operation Wolf. I would like to see those two. And those could be doable. I could see iiRcade getting those because iiRcade had Dragon's Lair, and that's made by Digital Leisure. They have the rights. They have the rights to Mad Dog McCree. There's a bunch of Laserdisc gun games that no one's really paying any attention to that I think would bring back some nostalgia. Mad Dog McCree, Mad Dog McCree 2. There was like a crime-themed one. There was a Who Killed Johnny Rock. It was like a 20s gangster Laserdisc. And I love those cheesy games. There you go. Dude, I played this so much on the Sega CD.
1990.
1990. Laserdisc arcade shooter.
I don't think that's it.
It's in the air.
That's it. Yeah, it's Mad Dog McCree.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is, man.
Damn.
Dude, it looks terrible on the Sega CD. This looks good. I don't remember watching it like this. See, that would be awesome.
Even a tumbleweed doesn't dare blow across the streets today. As these hombres are mean, vicious, with guns. Sure, we got sheriff. What we need's a gunslinger.
There you go. This is what we need. iiRcade. Get us some Mad Dog.
Ah!
I can be tricky. We'd be forever holding we're simple folk.
Dude, the iiRcade community is going to hate me. I'm not going to say I love this game, but I do love this game secretly. I love this game. I had this game on the terrible Sega CD. It was all grainy, but I still loved it. I played it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what they're playing this on. Looks pretty good, though. You can see the pixels, though.
Howdy, stranger. We need your help. Mad Dog McCree's gang is taking over the town.
I can't believe it's real people.
Looks like Arizona.
I see the little
Yeah. Well, you know.
crosshairs.
Get him out to help with the gang. Can you help? Good.
Mad Dog was terrible on the Wii.
one more important thing. Hey, Carter, don't tell me thing.
That crosshair is small.
I know.
Hey, now that's
That's Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny's
Hey, what's
Kenny's
up, Dan
back.
Z?
He's a gambler. Yeah, know when to fold 'em, know when to
Well,
hold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run.
Run. You get the corral, the saloon, sheriff's office, the bank.
Carl says, yeah, I don't know, Papa. Yeah.
I've never seen this game before, man.
You've never seen this? Dude, I played this in the arcade. I remember playing this game.
I don't know. It's like real people on here. What's going on?
It's a laser. It's all real people. It's like a.
That's right. You said
video laser disc game.
Dragon's Lair. Yeah.
Maximum cheese. Yeah. This game. It is nostalgia.
Cheese.
Look, you got to look for the little guys when they pop up.
Waiting for Dolly Parton to come out.
Jamie C says this game was on the Wii, but he said it wasn't that good. It was terrible on the Wii.
I don't remember this game at all, man. I wonder where this is. He didn't look like he hit him at all.
Look at that.
I can't believe the crosshair is so small though. Dang. He's like, dang.
Amy C, it says it's not got longevity. Yeah, you're right.
There was a Mad Dog McCree 2.
The local roller rink had this arcade. He said he didn't play it much. And these games were like expensive. They were like all the other games were a quarter. These were like 50 cents or $1 for one play.
Yeah, the first time I saw Dragon's Lair was $1.
Yeah, it was $1 when I saw Dragon's Lair.
Of course, I didn't play it. I was like, I could play 4 other games.
You wouldn't be trying to get the sheriff out of jail now, would you? Chaco, well, show him all the
Mad Dog McCrea. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of game. If you like Laserdisc games, this was kind of a cool one, but not everyone likes Laserdisc type games.
Thanks, stranger. I'll forever behold it to you. I know you're looking for Mad Dog. But remember,
I mean, this is one of the first games that used real actors. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a product of its time for sure. Lethal Enforcers is a good game. Virtual Cop. You know, there's a lot of good. Just depends if they could get a license for some of those. Like Sega might be hard.
Yeah.
Look at that. You got to shoot them through the window. How cool is that?
I know. Dang.
Thank God you're here with the keys. I got to get out of here. Mad Dog, you don't stand a chance. Let's go get him, stranger.
Look at him with his fancy.
Yeah, look at that. He's ready to get him.
I got him.
Wow. Look at that stunt work.
I know.
I mean, this is
Map to the hideouts in the mine.
some gripping stuff.
Talk to the prospector first.
Time Traveler. I remember that.
Time Traveler. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember shooting the sheriff by mistake. Oh no.
There's more inside.
Some of these scenes you got to be quick.
Yeah. That doesn't give you much time. Oh, if he just got killed.
Yep. Got him that time.
Yeah, wasn't it called Who Shot Johnny Rock? Was that the gangster Laserdisc gun game? Like one company made all of these. I think it was like American Laser Games. They made all these cheesy Laserdisc gun games.
Mad Dog will get you for telling you this, but if you get to the hideout, don't approach from the rear.
Prospector mine hideout.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, how's he gonna get out of this one?
Uh-oh. The prospector's in trouble.
Don't kill Kenny Rogers. What?
You gotta shoot the flame.
Stranger, that was close.
That was a close
Apparently
one.
The map to Mad Dog's hideout is in the mine. You got to shoot the lantern to get in the mine. Go for it.
Go to the mine. You got to shoot the lantern.
This mine is
Shoot the
booby
lantern to
trapped
get in the
for
mine.
from. You also need to shoot out the shaft number 1 sign.
There's lantern.
Huh.
Let's see what kind of a shot you are, Pilgrim. Take a crack at this bottle.
What?
You missed that.
What?
Try another.
You suck. Hit the bottle. This guy can't shoot for nothing. There you go.
I don't know about that one.
Nice shooting. Try another one.
I don't know, man. Do you think he hit it?
Try another one.
Damn, you got to do another one.
Yeah, he hit it. He hit it. That was definitely right. That crosshair was right on at that time.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
Now, you better get out there and find Mad Dog.
Dude, it makes you do that before you get to do the mine. That looks pretty hard.
I know. You got to do it, what, 3 times?
Might get frustrated. What?
I thought he was going into the mines.
Dude, the guy was just standing there.
Took him a while to shoot him.
What's this sign about? Look at this. This is some crazy stuff. Like, why do you know what to do? I'm gonna get so lost.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that was the wrong way to go. That was the wrong way to go.
Wow.
You must have to listen to the prospector.
So it must be that one. Oh, I see.
You gotta have the right directions. Oh man.
Wow. That would be hard to remember that.
I wonder if it changes it up every time.
Damn.
This game is crazy.
This game gets hard.
It is, man. Those guys are popping out behind all the rocks.
Yeah, I don't see a score either.
I think it's just you got to complete it, huh?
I see bullets though. It's got 4 bullets.
Bozo Calvin says which way you wanted to go, but one of them is a booby trap.
Front, rear. Oh, he said go to rear.
He said to go to the rear.
Yep. So most likely he's not going to make it.
I don't know. Maybe. That's weird. What's that blue thing?
What is that? A troll down there?
I don't know what that is. It's like a little blue thing down there.
It's a little alien. Why is he shooting at the smokestack?
You shot the smokes? Oh, because then they'll have to come out.
Ah, yeah.
The smoke. You're smoking them out. You're smoking them out.
Mad Dog's got my daughter inside.
I still don't think he's going to make it because he's supposed to go through the rear. What's the main goal of this game?
This is like a story. I mean, this
Yeah,
is a whole story.
Those are not real people there, though.
Yeah.
It sounds like so funny.
This reminds me of like Hogan's Alley or something with them just popping out of the windows.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yep. This is hilarious, man. I've never seen this
It's
game.
not bad. Yeah, Mad Dog McCree.
The mayor's daughter's tied up in the feeding grave. Only one thing between you and her now. Mad Dog.
Uh-oh. There it is.
Oh, here it is. The big confrontation. Kenny. Kenny told us where to get him. Thank you, Kenny.
Mad Dog. There goes poor Mad Dog.
I got a bad feeling. We're going to need you again, stranger.
Mad Dog 2. They're setting it up.
Yep. He's riding off into the sunset. And there you go. That's Mad Dog McCree. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty fun to watch.
There you go. You don't have to play the game now.
No, you don't have to play it.
We set it up for
You
you.
can watch it here.
We got Mad Dog.
That's
Mad
right.
Dog Creed did.
Mad Dog McCree.
Poor Mad Dog. He didn't stand a chance. We tried to get us twice, man.
I know, man.
I never saw that game, man. That's crazy. To the
Yeah.
boss, Mad Dog. I know, right? Have you seen the ball of Master Scrub? Nope, I have not. Okay, cool. Get Mad Dog. Yeah, that's the object of the game. Yeah, I'll check that out. Common sense.
Who's Buster
so we-
Scruggs?
Yeah, Buster. I'm not sure what that is. What is that, Common Sense? You've seen the bald of Buster Scruggs? Nope, I have not.
Not.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so it has nothing to do with getting any kind of score on that game. It's just
Yeah.
getting Mad
That's-
Dog.
Yeah.
Just gotta get Mad Dog, man. That is it. Get Mad Dog or you're dead.
OD Splat.
I am not. What game is that, Calvin?
Oh, it's a comedy western. Okay.
Never watched the movie, but it's a comedy western. It would be cool to have this shooter. I mean, it is kind of, it looks like a neat game. Well, you played it, papabrad. It's pretty cool.
What's that? Mad Dog McCree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I had it on the Sega CD. I mean, I can only imagine playing it with the Lycan would have to be like 1,000% better. I like the Sega CD version, which is probably terrible compared to the real arcade game, you know?
Dan Z says to beat the game, if you're good on $1, it lasted like 20 minutes. That's about how Dragon's Lair. Well, how long was Dragon's Lair?
About 15 minutes, I think.
I thought that was closer
Shorter.
to 20 minutes too. It took me a while to beat Dragon's Lair. I did beat Dragon's Lair on that machine right behind me, right there. Actually beat Dragon's Lair.
Does it save your high score?
No.
No, wonder why. Like
Maybe
if they can
see-
do it, they can do it with Pac-Man. I mean, how hard could it be?
I know, right? I mean, ridiculous. Because as you see my score, I'll set it zeros. But I do have a video out there. If nobody believes me, I do have a video out there on my channel that I show beating it. It took me a while, but I think I lost two. I think I died twice. So I played with a 3. 3, one, not 5.
What gun games do you like, T?
I didn't play a whole lot. I like Terminator 2.
Yeah,
Or-
T2.
Yep.
T2's
That
like
one.
crazy hard though.
Yeah, I never got very far.
Yeah,
I think Calvin, both of Calvin, man, he's beat
being it.
T2.
There's
on-
a stage with like a pickup truck. It's like crazy hard. I mean, I get there, but then it gets.
Calvin, didn't you beat
hard.
T2 on Arcade 1-Up machine? I think he beat it on Arcade 1-Up machine. T2. You need to beat Space Ace, and see, they're all about 20 minutes. Space Ace, he says 20 minutes too. I thought Dragon's Lair was 20 minutes as well. Space Ace, man, I haven't got very far on Space Ace, but I haven't really played that one a whole lot.
It's not my Atari cups.
Asteroid.
Not asteroids.
It's not?
Not Missile Command. What do you think it's going to be?
I thought it was going to be Asteroids.
It's an Atari game. This is my last Atari cup. I brought them all out for the stream. Show and tell.
Pac-Man.
Show and tell. That's not Atari.
Tempest.
Look at those graphics, huh?
Where'd you get those?
Man?
Those are pretty cool.
Man, I don't remember, but I love having them. Like I've had these for a long time too. I love pint glasses. Like I have a ridiculous, like I probably have like 30 pint glasses. I don't know why I have this addiction to having them, but I do like them.
Yeah, I didn't play a whole lot of gun games, but like you want to go back to the console of that. Duck Hunt is good. Duck Hunt T2. There's a couple other ones I played. I can't think of them anymore.
Can't wait till my grandson comes over and gets to play Operation Wolf. He's going to be like, I think he'll like it.
Yeah, that game, man. I can't wait to get my son.
My first gun game that I've had in my arcade. I think it's good to have a variation. You want to have a driver, a gun game, then some classic arcades you like, some reproductions. Maybe some arcade 1-ups, good multicade like a Legends. iiRcade's another good multicade. Especially if you like shmups, shoot 'em ups, man. iiRcade, they got them all. Very good library of shoot 'em ups on the iiRcade.
Yeah. I got a multicade back there, Mr. Do. You see it? Yeah, I just hope that freaking. I hope it's not hard to set up that sudden gun when I get it.
Yeah, well, you have to let me know because I want to do it too. I'll let you do the experiment for me. To figure out how to do it.
Oh, great!
Can you do that for me? I mean, I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll find out, man. Once I get that damn gun, if the person that I got this RetroPie off, man, he did a video and it makes it look so damn easy. So I hope
they do make it look like you just plug it in. If it's that easy, I can handle it. I hope it's that easy. I hope it's that easy.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I mean, I understand. I think what they have on the cabinet now, because there are some gun games that came on it. Mm-hmm. I know they're going to work because they're already set up and they set them up, and I know they're going to work. But I'm worried. Like Operation Wolf, is it going to work as well as the ones they already have on there? I don't know. I'm worried it's not going to be that easy. But what you have to do is they have it where you can plug your send-in gun into any USB plug. Then you go into the main screen, and then you go into the send-in part of it, and then there's where you activate the gun. As soon as you activate the gun, it's supposed to work with any of those games. Now, once I put Operation Wolf in there, is it going to be that easy as well? Once you activate the gun, it should activate on any game. Supposedly, we'll see. Because isn't that send-in gun? Don't you have like the D-pad and all those buttons?
Yeah,
and stuff on
you
it?
have a D-pad. You have like, I got it right here.
So it's supposed to work just like a mouse.
Yeah.
Once you activate it, it's supposed to work like a mouse. So
I better be careful with my Jenga tower of Atari cartridges that I had to make.
Yeah, be careful, man.
Especially after polishing off my third drink here. Yeah, so here's what you got. You got on one side you got 2 buttons. On the other side you got a D-pad and 2 buttons.
Okay.
This thing here, you can like the games, like the shotgun type games where you.
Oh, that's what that's for? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
like we have to reload. You remember those games like we have to reload?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's got that function.
Get them to the chopper.
Nice, man. This
sending guns
are awesome.
I did get the one with the recoil too.
Yeah, get the recoil. Recoil's the way to go because you can always turn it off if you don't want it.
Yeah, even this program for the Raspberry Pi, you can activate it with recoil or without recoil. So they even thought of that on this Raspberry Pi I have. So I hope it's as easy as they said it is, man.
Yeah, I was trying to get someone to say get him to the Chopper Man to last night, but no one could do Arnold. Can you do a good Arnold?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Get him to the chopper. Not so good.
Yeah.
I could probably do a little better than that, but
dude,
it's hard with his accent, man.
Did you ever see The Last Action Hero?
Yep.
Did you like that movie?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It came on my YouTube like as a recommended, so I had it on for a while. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if I ever saw Last Action Hero. I don't know how I missed it.
I'm not sure if I saw it in a movie theater or not. I want to say
you buy it direct from Sinden, the Sinden guns. Where you got yours from? Sinden, right? It's $160.
This is one I got. I got the gray one.
Duck Hunt is the name of the Nintendo game. Yes, that is correct.
But yeah, this is the Sinden gun I got right here. Sinden light gun with recoil, $160. I got the light gray one.
Yeah, the gray. The gray is cool. I got the blue, but I like that gray. I would have got the gray if they had the gray.
You don't think they had it at the time? I
didn't notice. I mean, my Space Invaders is blue, so I like the blue, but I didn't see the gray, but
yeah, that's one I got right there.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get red or blue because you had blue. Somebody else has a red, and
I wonder what makes the kickback. And is it a spring or is it a solenoid? What's inside of there?
Right there,
solenoid. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
That's cool. Yeah, it works pretty good. It's not as crazy as like a real arcade gun. It's enough. I think it's perfect for home. Like when you go and play, like I was just at Wayback's Arcade, some of them guns, man, they got a lot of kick, I don't know if you want, to me, it has more than enough. But like I just played some real arcade shooters and some of them had pretty strong kick on them.
So here's your different ones you can get. You get one for 105, no recoil. Then you get it with the recoil, which is 160.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Then you get a 2-pack, no recoil, and then you get a 2-pack with recoil. And then you can get a pedal, get the pedals, and then you get a holster too. So they have.
Oh, so that's two guns with recoils, $300. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
And then a single one, like I wouldn't get it without the recoil. Really, honestly, I just you can turn it off if you don't want to play with it, but
yeah. So it is a big difference, though. It's what, $55 difference.
Yeah,
with recoil, without.
God, look how expensive the pedal thing is for like a time cry. It's like $250. What? For the arcade pedal? It's all metal though, huh?
But I think you get that in the gun though, don't you? Or no?
No, it's an upgrade.
Damn, it's just a pedal. Oh, I thought you got the gun too.
You want to play time? You want to play Time Crisis? How bad you want to play? How bad you want to play, sucker?
Dang.
How bad you want to play that Time Crisis?
What'd you say?
How bad you want to play, sucker?
Wow, I thought that was a gun in the pedal. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, I hear you, Bozo. Bozo Calvin says, still disappointed they're not making guns for the first generation Operation Wolf. I think they tried everything they could. I just don't think it's possible. I think they really tried, but there's just not a way to do it. You
guys didn't ask. You had the guy from iiRcade on there last week.
It doesn't have USB. I don't even think it has USB on the motherboard. So,
yeah, that's why.
Wonder
why they didn't put USB on that one.
If they can't do it right, like iiRcade usually won't do it. If they can't do it the right way, they're probably not going to do it.
I don't blame them.
And I like that. That's a good thing. I want to encourage that. I do want to encourage that, but
Arcade 1UP doesn't do that.
If
it's not going to work,
I think what would be good for them, and nobody knows what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do, but what would be good for them is to
copyright script. See
if they could come out with a more affordable version of something like the Gold with a USB. But who knows? I don't know what they're doing. Wish I knew, but I don't know.
Yeah, I never got a copyright claim for that Booker T.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it all the time. I used to. Use it all
Dude,
the time.
it's that
so funny,
algorithm. It picks up. You never know what's going to pick up.
Yeah,
Like I had an arcade tour. Like now I put like music in the background of all my arcade tours because I was just walking around and way faint in the distance. Like you really had to like seriously listen hard. Pretty in Pink was playing. You know that psychedelic first song,
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink. It was playing in the background, and like I didn't even hear it when I made the video, but YouTube heard it. Crazy.
Sam says, is Sinden considered the best? No, it's not.
No,
but it's not one of the best.
It's affordable.
It's affordable and it's good.
Yeah, I mean, like, would you rather pay $160 for a game with recoil or $600 to $800 per gun?
Yeah,
it's not the best, but it's good.
Go over to Kongs or Us.
Yeah, he'll show you the best. Those are the best.
Yeah.
The gun for IRR are the best.
Yeah. What was it? $600, $800?
$600 to $800 per gun.
Per gun, yes.
And that's not even a cab to play it on. Then you need a cab to play it on. You need something to play it on. But
I mean, if you watch like Brooklyn Menace and papabrad with their Operation Wolf, I mean that Sinden gun works great. I think
it works great. Yeah, I think
it's awesome.
Just a matter of them getting more games that they need to gobble up some light gun games.
I mean, it's affordable.
No problem with it.
Great.
It's plug and play too. That's
That's
like it's literally there was nothing to do. Like you plug it in and it works. It's all configured and it's like easy mode, And
look, in like Operation Wolf, I mean, papabrad basically beat that game. So I mean, if you can beat the game, I mean, what else do you want? So
yeah.
So it's not like you're gonna buy something and you can play okay on it. You can actually play it and beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was shocked. I watched that video yesterday or the day before with those guns when he said how much they were. I was like, he said what?
Yeah.
I never thought they would be that expensive. Like, holy crap. His wife was like, man, these things are so heavy. Her wrist was hurting too.
I know. And real arcade guns have a lot more kick. Like it's good for like the 10 minutes you play at the arcade. Most people they last 10 minutes. Like when you go to the arcade and watch people, a lot of people make it 10 minutes on those gun games and they're just done, Yeah. But I think it's perfect for home. Like the Sinden to me is really perfect. It's just enough. It has just enough kick that it, I think it's just right.
Yeah.
But
and it does. I mean, you played it enough now. Does your arm get tired holding that thing? Which is nice.
No,
that's nice. I mean, you wonder.
It's easy to aim, and that you can. I mean, it seems to work at like close, like the distance. Like you have a pretty good distance that you can stand back or close to it. I
was going to ask you that. How far back you have to stand?
You can stand far back. Yeah, I mean, you can stand. I think what it is, the camera just senses that square around the screen, and that's what it uses to do your cursor for shooting.
But
it's pretty impressive tech.
Can you stand real close, or
if you get too close, it doesn't work.
What's the the closest you can get to it?
I don't know, like 2 feet. I mean, you can get close, but I mean, it doesn't feel like you're playing a shooting game when you get too close. I think, but
right. Yeah, because I know watching some of the videos, they're like, oh, you got to stand so far back. It depends what the size of your TV. Or
I'm kind of shocked, Carlo. Why doesn't AtGames make the Sinden work with their machines?
They can.
Yeah, I mean, natively, not like using a PC with it. You're really using a PC then. You're just using the screen. I mean, natively have it work.
You think they'll ever come out with support for a gun like game? I think they should.
I think that would be that'd be a good upgrade. Maybe the 4K if they could figure out how to get Sindens working. Cool. People would be all over that. But AtGames is smart. I mean, they have a lot of good engineers. They'll figure out some cool stuff.
What if they put it on pinball?
He says the aim track works with ALU natively.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a gun too?
Yeah. Carlo, does the aim track have a sensor bar? Like a Wiimote?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
To me, that like the Wii, the gun games were never that good. They never felt that good.
No.
For me, the Wii, the tennis and the games like that were good. The tennis and bowling game, the Wii Sports, I love that game. That game was
I
fun.
love Wii Sports.
Wii Sports was a killer app. I mean, you know,
Duck Hunt wasn't bad though.
man, I had a really sweet modded Wii that played all kinds of burn games and stuff, and then it just stopped working, and I never got it fixed or anything. But I have a bunch of had a bunch of burn games and stuff. Now I have nothing. But
our Wii died.
Stuff breaks.
Our CD, the laser broke.
Yeah.
My son played it that much where the laser burned out.
I actually like the Wii. The Wii had some fun games.
Oh yeah, I mean we played all. I love a lot of those games. Mario Kart was my favorite.
Yeah, Mario Kart's a killer app.
My son wore out the Wii, man, just in time. I think it broke in November.
Dude, I played Wii Tennis so much I was getting a tennis elbow. I mean, I love that game. The Wii Sports Tennis is so much fun.
All those sport games are pretty fun on that. But it's funny. I was going to give him the PlayStation 4, and I already had it bought for Christmas, and that freaking Wii broke in like November. It's like perfect timing, but he was like driving me up the wall till Christmas. He was pretty happy though by the time he got it. Every time I see original Wii when thrifting, I buy it. I have about 7 now. Dang, hobby hands. Yeah, I had our original Wii. I put it back in a box when it broke, but I just threw it away. I don't think anybody.
Wow, Hobby Hands has 7 Wiis.
Yeah, from thrifting. Send me one, Hobby Hands. Carlo says.
Yeah, I would love it. I actually have some real Wii games too, and they're just like I can't play them anymore.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of.
I have a bunch of games. I have the Mario Wii the Wii game for Mario. I've got some games. I just don't have a functioning console.
I think I have not all the Mario, but all the Mario games that we bought, I still have. I sold a lot of different games, like all the COD games. Damn, I was surprised, man. I bought sold all the Call of Duty games. Those actually went for a decent price on that. I'm shocked.
For the Wii?
Yeah. I mean, not crazy money, but I got like $10-15 for some of the Call of Duty games.
Dude, what I have that's good that I don't even have it hooked up. It's in a box. It's criminal. I have a GameCube, a modded GameCube with a mod chip.
Damn,
modded all the games. It has all the games.
Why aren't you playing it, man? I
don't know. I need to bust the thing. It's like one of the mango ones, the mango colored ones.
Yeah.
I like the game. The GameCube had the Resident Evil games. Someone just mentioned Resident Evil 4, but the Resident Evil games for the GameCube were really good. They were very good.
Sam just bought Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, 4. Sam.
I still have my OG Red Wii.
Yeah. I was so bummed out when it stopped working, honestly. Like it just like I don't know if the laser died or whatever, but
that's what happened with ours.
I was bummed out, man.
I was bummed out.
I did like it. I have, but
my son grew up on the Wii. I mean, I bought it for him when he was, I think, 5, and then
a lot of people like the Switch. I don't have a Switch, but I hear it's real popular. People do like it that have it. They really like it.
Well, what took me away?
I have so much to play right now. It's like hard. Like I can't get into everything.
I mean, what kind of ticked me off with the Wii is they didn't get all. They wouldn't always get all the games. They wouldn't get all the shooter up games.
Yeah.
They didn't get all the Call of Duties. They didn't get Ark Survival Evolved until they got the Switch, and it's just that's why we switched to the PlayStation, because PlayStation was getting you the better games. Whatever Wii was kind of like stuck in those family type games, which I understand, but they didn't broad out and get into some of the more heavier games. So that's why we kind of went away from Nintendo. But now the other thing I think Nintendo is doing wrong is I know they want people to play their games and play their products and all that, but they got to release some of those games off to different platforms.
Well, they really carefully monitor their licenses, and they want them done a certain way.
Oh, I know.
They're very protective of, especially a Mario, of their licenses, you know.
But if they bring out Mario Kart to play on PlayStation, I would buy that thing in a heartbeat.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, but
I'm not going to
then
buy.
why would you buy a Switch? You know, that's the thing. You know,
That's the
they're
thing.
gonna keep that on the Switch.
But I'm not going to buy
Calvin
one.
says he loves his Switch.
I'm not going to buy a Switch. So you're losing my money. But if you bring out a PlayStation 4, I'll buy it. I'll buy it immediately if you bring out a PlayStation 4. But I'm not going to go back to a Switch. I'm not going to go back just to play one game for the Switch. I'm not going to do that. So they're kind of losing money on that part of it. Because there's people like me out there that's like, you know what? I'm not going to buy the Switch for one game. Sorry.
So much good stuff out anymore. It's like how do you decide what you want to get? Like they have the Rcade, looks good too. Yeah. Rcade's a retro. Like I love retro games, and it's kind of a retro, fully retro based console. Like everything, there's a lot of retro type games and compilations on there. But
yeah, I mean, even
how much is enough though? I feel like I have more than enough. How much is enough? Eventually you just got to be happy with what you got and play what you got. I got a lot to pick from right now.
Yeah, like everything I got. I haven't turned my PlayStation 4 on in a long time.
Yeah, my poor PlayStation 4 is so neglected.
I mean, I did turn it on last week because somebody asked me.
I think last show we talked about it, and I was like, I need to turn it on an update. I still did not turn it on. Do you know that? Even after the show, I did not turn it on to update. It's gonna need a hella update when I turn it on. It's gonna be like, where have you been?
Console fanboy, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what pisses me off?
What's that?
Okay. This PlayStation 4 pisses me off sometimes.
PlayStation 4 pisses you off. Why does it piss you off?
I had over 120 gigabyte free on my hard drive.
Yeah.
I had an update on my Arc. The update for Arc was only like 256 megabytes.
Yeah.
Not gigabytes, megabytes. They would not let me download that update on Arc because it said I did not have enough room on my hard drive.
What's up with that? What's up with that? You have enough room.
I had 120 gigabytes.
What are you doing?
I mean, that's fucking. I had to delete Fortnite just to get a damn 256 megabyte download, and I had over 120 gigabytes free. I don't understand that shit. It pisses me off.
It's because they want you to buy external hard drives. I swear they do that to try to get you to buy an external hard drive.
So I had to delete Fortnite, install a 256 megabyte install, and then I had to reinstall Fortnite again. It's just like so stupid. I don't know why you installed Fortnite anyways. I don't play the damn game. But it was just like that's so stupid.
Yeah, man. What are they doing?
It was such a small. Ow. Cracked my knee. And I knew it was going to end up being a small update because I knew they didn't come out with new maps and new creatures and that. It was just, fix bugs. And then when it said 256 megabytes, I was so pissed. Like, made me get rid of 10 gigabytes to pop on a 256 megabyte update. So stupid. Yeah, and I cracked my knee.
Thor doesn't understand why Fortnite is huge. It's only one map, isn't it?
Yeah, but they update it all the time. I like some of the modes on it. I don't.
They have a lot of DLC and stuff, don't they? For Fortnite, there's always kind of DLC stuff that they're doing.
Yeah, they just got
fresh, different skins and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
don't really play it. But
what keeps Fortnite going is the skins. They just re-added Darth Vader on there. You can play as Darth Vader and his voices on there. I mean, I don't think it's the greatest game in the world, but they keep people. The only thing, what I give Epic Games credit for on Fortnite is they keep people interested because of the skins. People love skins. You get them for the character. You can get them for your, axe. You can get it for pretty much everything. Your backpack. And that's one thing I give them credit for. They keep people coming back, especially kids, because it's a kids game. You keep bringing out skins.
Yeah.
Other games never got like Apex Legends. They never got, control of that. They don't come out with skins like Fortnite, and then they sit there and say, "Oh, gee, I don't know why Fortnite is better than us." Well, it's Epic game or Apex is a better game, but it's the skins. You keep people interested with the skins. That's what kids want, right? Kids want the skins.
Yeah.
But that's why Fortnite's so popular, because they keep it fresh. They keep it fresh with new items, and that's the only reason. I mean, it doesn't play well. They have some cool mods on there. Some of the modes on there are kind of cool, but it doesn't play well at all. But it's just because they keep it fresh all the time. Call of Duty doesn't. Apex doesn't. Fortnite does. That's why they lead the pack, is because it's easy to come up with skins, but these other games just don't want to do it for whatever reason, which I think is stupid. But I don't play any of those games anymore. I play Fortnite every once in a while, but the only thing I really play on PlayStation is Ark Survival Evolved. That's my other channel.
Yeah.
We'll be coming out with Ark 2 soon. I think next year Ark 2 comes out. I think Ark's doing one more map, and then that's done, and then Ark 2 comes out next year.
There's a lot of dinosaurs in that game.
That's what it is, man. You got tame dinosaurs.
Game? Yeah.
Tame
dinosaurs.
Taming dinosaurs.
Do you like the movie? Do you like the movie Jurassic Park?
Of course. Didn't you?
Oh yeah, I love Jurassic Park. I like them all.
Now I heard this rumor from scientists that they're working on actually making a real woolly mammoth.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In real life. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that. I don't think bringing anything back from historic would be cool, but
yeah.
Who knows? They might already made one.
It might be dangerous.
They're talking about bringing other animals back too from the past, saber-toothed tiger and all that, because they have that. They actually have the technology to do that stuff now.
That's
all
crazy.
through the DNA.
Really?
Fanboy Brad, you don't care about the silly iiRcade video, do you? I don't think you're wrong. Silly and dumb. Fun.
Like your video didn't bother me. That's fine.
My kids want
your video doesn't bother me, Console Fanboy.
My kids want the Switch, but I will have to buy 2.
Yeah, people take it too far. It's not what you did, but other people take it too far, in my opinion. But I don't care. I'm not looking for drama. This is just a chill stream. We're talking about Atari.
We were talking. Now somehow we got over to the Switch.
I know, man. We watched Mad Dog McCree. This has been a fun stream.
Why you have to buy 2? Sam, 2 Switches. What you got over there, Mortal Kombat Gold? What's going on over there?
What's that?
We got Mortal Kombat going on over there.
Yeah, let's put it in the background. There you go. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, you got it down there.
Just getting my Dreamcast rolling. Yeah, he says he hates that game. I like it. I don't know. I love Dreamcast games.
Oh, it's on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast.
When did Dreamcast come out? MK
1999. 1999.
I was in the military. No, 1999. I was in the military then. Well, I came out that late, huh? Dreamcast. Wow.
Yep.
See, I just didn't get in video games again until my son was born. Which was, he was born in 2004, but I didn't get back until
it's going to be going crazy.
Old enough. It's funny how I went for a long time, man. Didn't really play any console games.
Mm-hmm.
I went from Atari 2600 and got the NES, and then went to the Wii. Wii was my next console I got after the NES. Ain't that weird? That's a long time.
Not really. life gets in the way, you know. You had other stuff you were chasing, you know. Probably video games weren't that important, you know.
I always liked arcades, but
Yeah, I've always liked arcades the most.
there was a amusement park up where I used to live up in Erie, PA. That actually, Waldemere is called. They actually still have their arcade up and running.
Yeah,
I was shocked. Yeah, they have a lot of old things. See, it's like 2 hours away. And next time if I take my son up next time, I might have to go up there and film that arcade because it's a big arcade. How many amusement parks actually have arcades now?
our console fanboy probably knows what that is. Dreamcast 2, Virtual Tennis.
They had a Dreamcast 2?
Yeah, I got 3 of them, man.
Oh yeah, Thor KC said 9999 was the Dreamcast launch.
Virtual Tennis, man, that's a great game.
I was doing Y2K testing.
Power
I forgot about
Stone,
Y2K.
yeah, man.
Remember the Y2K scare?
Yep, Y2K, man, it's coming. It's coming. Look out.
I call bullshit on that whole thing. I'm like, no bullshit. That's nothing gonna happen. Scare tactics. I already knew. Because there's no way they would let that happen. They would never let that happen. Too much money would have been lost. You always got to you always got to go back to the money. Money dictates that that's not going to happen. Yeah. Back to the Y2K. Screw you, Y2K.
That's right, man.
How much money did people make on Y2K scare? Millions.
A lot. The whole world is going to end.
They didn't get my money because I said bullshit on you.
It was just another day.
Just another
day. It was just another day, man.
Just another scare to make
another
money.
Day.
I mean, they had so many crap that you could have done. What? There it is, Friday Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's on your phone, huh? Nice.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow night.
Hollywood Video, yeah.
Yeah. I really don't miss Blockbuster. Like, you remember, I would always go to Blockbuster and like they had 100 copies of the movie I wanted to see and they didn't have one, you know? It's like, do you remember hanging out at the Blockbuster waiting for someone to drop a movie you want to see? It's like, come on, drop it in the box. Give me a new release, you know? Yep. Do you remember that? Like, that sucked. I mean, like we're spoiled today.
We asked the tenant, like, hey, can you check the return box?
Yeah, can you check the box? One in there? Can you check it? Yeah,
maybe somebody dropped one off?
A minivan just drove through there with a bunch of them. There's got to be one I want to see in there.
Yeah, I remember asking. Say, can you check? I see some in there. Yeah, Blockbuster. I really didn't go to Blockbuster very much. You know what? I made money on Blockbuster. You know, Blockbuster, I think today it still exists. You know who bought the rights of Blockbuster?
Who bought the rights to Blockbuster?
People bought rights. I owned stocks at the time, and I made some money on them. I bought it for penny dollars. Dish bought Blockbuster, and they used it. I'm not sure if they're still using it today, but they were using it as their pay-per-view service on Dish Network. They were using Blockbuster as their pay-per-view. To end up buying them. And I bought Blockbuster stocks, man, at pennies, and made some decent money. Another stock I made money on was American Airlines. Mm-hmm. They went bust. Get this. This is the most money I ever made on the stock market. Bought American Airlines, pennies of dollars. This wasn't my money. It was my wife, which she was a friend of mine at the time. I didn't make any of the money. I made her over $10,000 on American Airlines stock. Over $10,000.
Yeah.
I bought it on penny of the dollars because they went broke. Wow. They went bankrupt. I forget all the details now, but I mean, you could buy it. It was like 50 cents. I bought it. I knew I was going to load up because I'm like, they're not going to let this airline die. Somebody's going to buy them up, and they're going to be fine. Yeah, it made her over $10,000 in stocks, man. I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't keep it in there because she had a bunch of medical bills at the time. So it paid her medical bills, which was cool because she didn't have medical coverage at the time. But yeah, I mean, that's the most I ever made. I was so excited, man. I was like, woo, like jackpot. I mean, how many people make that kind of money except for big people on a stock?
Yeah.
American Airline. Damn. M or AMR.
Mhm.
You only do it every once in a while. But I dibble around with the stock market. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
Y'all are still going? Yeah,
I know.
Papabrad won't let us go, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What time? How long have we been streaming? What's the clock say?
2 hours and 47 minutes again.
2 hours and 47 minutes. Well, let's
You're
call it
supposed
at 3. We'll call it at 3.
You're supposed to tell
Almost
me at
there.
2.
Dude, I told you, our stream. Our stream.
I said 2. Cap it at 2.
Yeah, and you
And
said
you-
2 hour, and we're almost 3 hour. Let's just get 3 hours and then crank, that's it. Pull the plug. But yeah. Yeah, Goofy Foot. Every cabinet I own was an irresponsible purchase. Yeah. Probably the same for me too. I have a lot of arcade cabs.
Now, how many cabs you have?
A bunch. I got this
Yeah,
whole
you
room, and I
guys
got
see-
a whole. This is a whole other room.
Now
Just
think
half
about
of
it.
it.
Truly, though, how many you have?
I don't know. I have to go count. I got a lot. I got an arcade tour on my channel. You can check it out.
I seen that.
I got
I
a
didn't
bunch
count.
of them. Mhm.
Like I said, there are so many rules and bubbles. Just learn the rules, and you'll.
Thing is, when you have multicades and they have every game pretty much made, and you have multiples of those, it's like there's really not many games I can't play if I want to. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yep.
So it's like it comes down to like I can play pretty much, 99% of what's out there in arcades.
We're waiting for Biggie D to come back. That's why we're still on here.
Yeah, Biggie D is
Biggie
back.
D he cycled
He's
through.
back. He cycled through. He cycled through.
I think Cancel Fanboy did too.
Yeah, it's okay. Take it personally.
But yeah, I mean, my next thing is Mr. Do getting a send-in gun. I hope it plug and plays like they say it is. I mean, if it doesn't plug and play, and you know what my luck is? It will not plug and play. I have to sit there and fuck with that thing for days.
Yeah,
To get that thing to work. I hope not.
Yeah,
Man,
I hope not. I hope it's easy mode.
Me too. Seems like nothing's easy, but I'm telling you, putting that Mr. Dude together was easy. I mean, the Raspberry Pi is pretty easy.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be hard, but it was pretty easy. And it was pretty cheap. The most expensive thing on that whole build was the Street Fighters 2 cab.
Yeah, I have like 2 or 3 Raspberry Pis. I have a bunch of them, but I don't play them that much. But
because you had arcades.
I got so much other stuff, so many other ways to play. But
That's the only way I got to play different games.
Yeah.
Because I got all.
I did one, and I made this gigantic like PlayStation image where it has a bunch of PlayStation games. So like, if I want to play PlayStation, I can play pretty much anything, or most of them. But
I don't think it's irresponsible. I think it's if you're in arcades, man, it's like it's a collection.
Yeah,
right?
it's something you enjoy. Something you enjoy. You got to do it. You got to do it for you, though. Like I said, I'll have guests over, and I'll turn all the arcades on, and they'll go up to Pac-Man. They'll play one time. Like, you want to play anything else? Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. It was fun. It's like, but not everyone loves arcades. Like, the people in the home arcade community. Like just random like people that visit.
Dude, you could imagine having a big.
My grandson likes the arcade.
Like Forrest said, some people say it brings the value down, but to me, it's absolutely added value. I mean, can you imagine the right buyer would buy your house and you're going to keep your arcade, especially if you did it right?
Yeah.
Somebody would walk in there and say, "Oh,
yeah, I mean the right person.
I'm buying this house because of that arcade." You would have somebody do that.
You just
That
leave
would add
the
value.
arcades.
Especially if we had a legit arcade, I mean, you ever see P-Dub's video with that one kid, him and his dad?
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. They got some nice ones.
That would add value, I think, for some people.
Mhm.
Not everybody, but for some people it would add value to the house because like, boom, full arcade game room, I'm in. Yep. I mean, it's crazy. I would if I had the money and somebody had a full arcade. I'm like, I'm in. I'm buying that house. Now, people would buy them where I'm at now, man, would be pissed because I'm up on the second floor. You have to get these fuckers down, you have to get these fuckers down to the first floor.
Yeah, they're heavy, huh?
Yeah, they're not that heavy, but if you take them out the risers, they're not heavy. But that Fast and Furious cab, man, seems pretty heavy. They're almost 100 pounds. Do you know that?
Mm.
What's making that Fast and Furious cab so heavy?
I don't know. It must be the speed. Must be the NOS in there. Must be the NOS,
The speed. I don't think it's it, man. Most of the cabs are around what? Well, Dragon's Lair was a heavier cab.
Yeah.
If I remember. Tron is. But I'm not sure really what makes them heavier, though. Not really that much to them. Steering wheel can't be that much more, is it?
I wouldn't think it,
Because like Calvin was saying earlier, they're like 97 pounds for that Fast and Furious.
hidden tracks here and there. Missing a bunch of the car licenses.
By the way, the FF cab is missing almost all of the car license. So sad. Went up cutting corners on always.
It's proprietary, huh? They have to take.
I mean, they worked with. I think that game's gonna work good though, because I mean they worked with the developers.
Yeah.
Thrills. They might knock some of the stuff out of there, but
yeah.
But you notice the license
it's
plate?
definitely doable. I mean, I remember I used to love Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And that was back when we were networking Quake, Quake 3. That game was fire, man. That game was fun to play. And I mean, that was like a long time ago, and that game was awesome. So I mean, I don't they can do something fun, I think. But it's not really going to be the arcade game. But as long as it's fun, I think some people will like it.
Well, I think they modded that Fast and Furious for the arcade 1-up. They even have a arcade 1-up license plate. I don't know if people noticed that or not. If you notice the car, man, it says A1-up on license plate.
Yeah.
So that's unique. So it's like a unique arcade 1-up game. They did mod it for their cabinet. So I think it's going to play good. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it, but I think it's going to play well. I mean, anytime you get Raw Thrills involved, none of their games, like Buck Hunter, they're not going to let that game be shit. Yeah. They're not, because that's Raw Thrills' name on the line too. They're not going to let Arcade 1-up bring something out that doesn't play well.
Yeah.
Now it might be missing some things.
Yeah.
And Raw Thrills might have said, you can't do this because it ain't going to work well. It's going to work well because Raw Thrills is not going to sit there and say, we're going to let you put a shit piece of game on this.
Yeah, it's like, what drives me crazy? It's the stuff you don't notice till you own it, though sometimes like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like they took Morgan's boobies away on the marquee. She has boobies. And on the arcade 1-up, they censored it.
Dude, they do that.
I never even noticed until someone told me. And now every time I look at that DM display, that marquee, I'm like, it's just not right. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you ring that bell, you can't unring it. You know what I mean? It's like it's there and you see it then. And it's like, man.
Well, you know why they did it. They're doing that with all the games. Apex Legends took away some of the boobs in that from some of their characters.
Yeah, yeah.
You know why? You got to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of pisses you off, but
yeah, well,
I know the reason why they did it. Because I forget the character on Apex, man. She had big freaking breasts, man.
Yeah.
And they down-toed it. It's like, well, what happened?
What happened?
Yeah, damn people again. Yeah, One Up never says anything. They are the opposite of transparency. They never told us about the missing cars. Not cool. Yeah. Their board probably couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how big those PCB boards are for Arcade One Up. That
They're
you know,
small.
that's
Like a Raspberry Pi size. How about how big they are? Like your Raspberry Pi, just a
I
little,
think they're
maybe about the same size as that.
I think they're smaller.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, they're pretty small, dude. I mean, they're like a rectangle. Raspberry Pi is almost like credit card size.
Uh,
PCB boards for Arcade One Up is smaller. I don't think in Fast and Furious is a big game. I mean, it came out in 2004.
yeah.
In 2007, right? 2004 for the first one, and Drift was 2007. I mean, you're getting into the bigger games. So I think they cut out some of the cars because of room.
Yeah, probably.
I really do.
I'll be back in a sec. I got to do something.
Man, I was going to be back too, man.
I know.
I could take a damn piss.
18 wheeling.
One Up never says anything. Yeah. Peanut butter without the jelly, Kool-Aid without the sugar, ham without burger. That's One Up. The flawed fear. Nah, I think Fast and Furious is going to play good though. I really do. How does Raw Thrills get the rights to the game they made? They don't bring license for the cars. I don't think they have enough room. First kill all the lawyers, I suppose. Nah, I think they had to cut out something. They cut out the cars. That's my thing. But I think it's going to play good, though. I mean, you ain't going to get everything that you want, but I think it's going to play well. I just don't see Raw Thrills sitting there and say, oh, yeah, go ahead, Arcade One Up, come out with a fucking shitty game. It's ported, for one. And two, I think they made this game for Arcade One Up. So I think it's going to be a decent game. I don't know the game, so I won't ever know. I'm the same way, Goofyfoot. I don't know the game either. I played it 1 or 2 times in arcade, but don't know enough about it. I won't be buying it anyways. But
we're still talking about Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but I'm glad it came out with another car game. Now, Arcade One Up.
That's the game I walked by to play some Spy Hunter. I mean, Fast and Furious. That's the game I walked by to play some Spy Hunter. Yeah.
All right, I'll be.
So, what's going on? How does Raw Thrills get the rights to the game they made? But they don't bring the licenses for the cars in the game. Sam says, for me, the car license in Fast and Furious are important. So what are they going to do? They're going to make like fake cars, like this is kind of a, kind of a Mustang. What are they going to do? I'm drinking some tea now. Drinking some tea. Is anyone else having a beverage? I don't know. I think it's like, it's probably like the Blitz game, It's, we'll have to wait and see. See how it plays, see if it's fun. Diet Mountain Dew for Console Fanboy. Console Fanboy, you were in a Mortal Kombat tournament. Was it fun? I'm sure you did well. You're a good player. I know you got some skills. Do you only play as Sonya? I'm sure you could probably play as any character and beat like most people that are not hardcore Mortal Kombat fans. I need a fresh Pepsi Zero. Be right back. Goofyfoot says the flawed and the frivolous. Dude, I was so happy. I beat everyone 5-0, 3-0, 5-0. I played with everyone. Good for you. I'm glad you had fun. That's what we need more of. We need more people playing games, less smack talking. Make it more about the games. And that's one thing. Yeah. You know, I am on all of the iiRcade leaderboards. You can check it out. Like if you ever, anyone that has an iiRcade can tell you, like I'm at the top of the leaderboards on most of the games. But I did get the shark, you know, one of the highest people is Nick's. Nick's is usually in the top 3 on most of the games. So, you know,
Nick's is pretty good too, huh?
It's all about playing games, you know. We should keep it fun. And it doesn't matter like what brand you like. I mean, like what you like, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it used to be number 1 in eggs. That's true.
Eggs.
Game is hard. That's a really old school 80s retro game.
I don't remember that.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like you push these eggs and they crack. And then they turn into these baby chickens. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's on iiRcade. It can be frustrating.
I don't remember that game at all.
Console Fanboy. All my life. Console Fanboy was a number 1 player in eggs. You know,
eggs. What?
Eggs, man.
Where I've been all my life. Damn, there it is. Wow. I think it's this one here. Dude, I've never seen this game in my life. Wow. That is interesting.
Yeah. Well, Jeff doesn't do YouTube anymore. He's gone. He left the community. He says bought the machine to beat Rainwater's scores, but Jeff left the community.
Bobby Hand said, I'm terrible at games, but I still have fun. Man, I'm not the greatest. Just play the AI and get whooped. No online from my legacy cabs. You know, do you have any iiRcade cabinets, papabrad?
No.
Anybody down to play something on Big Blue? I'm new to pretty much all the games on that. I try to catch you, Goofy. You know, I have my iiRcade, and it's a small one too. It's like New Wave, but New Wave is better. But
yeah,
we might have to do a stream some
on the miniature arcades. Yeah, I only got one though. On what iiRcade?
On my iiRcade.
iiRcade, okay.
Little cabs. They're like New Waves. I know Jester Tester.
Those are like those ones that Walmart has, huh?
Yeah,
Walmart has them. Yeah,
I have a elevator action. Elevator action.
I
have that one.
Does it have elevator action too? Because that's a really good game.
Nah,
or does it just has the classic like original elevator action?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like the game. GG on Gamer Pro on 55-inch streaming from at Games servers. It runs great. All right. We got to go.
The 3-hour mark.
We hit the 3-hour. 3:05.
This is officially the longest arcade talk now.
papabrad has to go to work tomorrow.
We have done it.
Longer.
We have set a new record.
New record. We don't want to keep doing this,
dude. You keep duping me. You keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna be." I say, "Go in an hour," and it's like 2 hours. Now we're 3 hours with the longest stream we've ever done. But I did have a good time. We talked about Atari games. So, like, if you're into Atari, you know, definitely enjoyed the flashback. I enjoyed making my Jenga tower.
River
Atari
Raid
carts. Be careful! Don't touch them.
Hey, don't touch it, man.
What if they all fell down?
Getting too close.
All those carts that we just went through, if they all fell down.
Let's do 10 hours. I could do a 10-hour stream, but I would do that on the weekend. Maybe I'd get papabrad to do it on the weekend.
Yeah, do like a marathon. Yeah, we need to have something really good to do, like some kind of story that was worth doing that. But
we're sitting around playing games.
Yeah.
Who would be cool is if you connect everybody somehow to games and play there.
Yeah.
Everybody play. People come on and play the games.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need more. We need more games
Yeah,
online.
we could do that through
Could
Steam.
you imagine? Could you imagine if they just had done Mortal Kombat right?
Please don't
If
do
they
10
would've-
hours. Why?
If they would have just done Mortal Kombat right. I mean, like, how many Mortal Kombats have they had? Like 3 or 4 or 5 different cabs?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if they just cared enough just to get the game right online so that people could enjoy it. I mean, it should be criminal. Should be criminal.
Dude, we could actually do something like that where we get a bunch of people playing games through Steam, man.
Yeah.
Have a stream
Yeah.
playing Steam games.
Uh,
People connecting to each other. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. We have to figure something out on that. We could do that. Anybody that has Steam, we just pick a game, then have different people get on there and play.
Now, console fanboy, I do want to ask you a question. About the deluxe cab, because I think he has a deluxe cab.
Yeah, he does.
Like, not playing online. Does Mortal Kombat play correctly if you're not playing online? Like, if you're just playing versus a computer, or you're playing versus a player live, like they're right there physically there. Does the game play good? Because I wouldn't know enough about Mortal Kombat to give an accurate assessment of that. I'm just curious what his opinion is. Like, if it's not online, is it good? I mean, is it correct? Because he knows, he plays it a ton. He probably knows every single nuance of that game. But it should be online because, like, this is the world we live in. Like, home arcade, that's the new direction, They should all be reaching towards that.
They just got to get servers. They got to get in the server business.
They do. I mean, peer-to-peer can only do so much.
Yeah, they're clearly doing peer-to-peer right now. Peer-to-peer works great if everybody has the freaking same internet, but
keep on trucking.
For me, I'm not interested in MK, but the Midway Legacy games, this dominates the list of personal favorite classics.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Not playing online is okay, but playing computer is so boring. And then the computer cheats. What? Their third and fourth character. What do you mean the computer cheats? Sounds like a lot of the games. Sounds like FIFA.
Yeah. It's not fun offline. Yeah. The fighters are more fun against a human opponent.
Right.
For sure. I mean, that fighters are made for that. Sports games are more fun playing against a human opponent as well. Fighters, sports games, beat 'em ups, certain genres.
Yeah, sport games and beat 'em ups, you got to play against people because they do put the cheating aspect in them. And the AI. It's what they do, but they put it in there to make it more challenging.
Yeah, I'm with Thor. Like KC, what makes me like the Mortal Kombat Deluxe is the other games like Wizard of War, Gauntlet, Bubbles, Joust. I love all those games. I even like Clax. I mean, surprisingly, I have Clax on the Defender Partycade, and I like it. It's pretty fun. It's not the greatest game of all time, but as an extra game on there, it's not terrible. Paperboy. Here's what they need to do. I'm just going to make a suggestion. Get rid of Paperboy and put Mortal Kombat 4 on there.
There you go.
There you go. We got the solution. That's all you got to do. Arcade one up.
Paperboy off there.
Paperboy 4 off. Mortal Kombat 4 on. And then
can't play Paperboy with a fucking joystick.
And then fix the online. I mean, how long does it take? I mean, like, come on now. I mean, it's been years. They were supposed to have this a long time ago. Why don't we have we should have all the Mortal Kombats on one machine with good online play that people could play competitively. That's what people want.
Mortal Kombat should be its own cabinet. No other games. Just Mortal Kombat games in one cabinet.
They
don't put any other games on it.
They need to free. That's what I'm saying. They need to free that MK4, put them all together. When I went to Wayback's Arcade, which is those guys, that place is like a church for arcades. Like, those guys, they love those arcades. They are the most manicured. I mean, they go and they put CRT monitors back into the machines. They pull the LCDs out and they put the CRTs back because
That's what I'm talking about.
they want to be like as accurate to original arcade as you could possibly be, and they have all the Mortal Kombats there, all of them, including MK4. I mean, come on, let's get it done. Let's get it done. It's been long enough. I mean, what's the holdup?
Mortal Kombat doesn't need any other games. They just need the Mortal Kombat games, 1 through 4. Period.
1 through 4.
You don't need any other games on there. Nobody
then,
cares
like,
about the other fucking games when you buy Mortal Kombat. You want the Mortal Kombat.
Well, I do.
Games.
Like I like those games. Don't get that's for me as a retro gamer. I like those games. But what I'm saying, like,
cab though,
they could do a midway cab that was not Mortal Kombat, like a Gauntlet, like a Atari Gauntlet or something, and put those same games on it, and like retro gamers would gobble that up.
I would buy it.
But you know, they actually had the right idea, but they did terrible execution. Like they did Joust. That would be one if they would have done that cab right, it would be sitting in my arcade. But they didn't. They jacked it all up. They used a bad monitor. You know, it just wasn't. It wasn't what I was looking for. But you know.
But you know the thing is, we have Arcade 1-Up. You're not going to get rid of them. And the only way to get rid of them is somebody else come into the freaking community and start making other cabinets.
Yeah. And no one's going to be able to get the licenses to do that, though. No one's going to get those licenses from them. So I mean, it's a non-option. And they know that. They know they have that. They know they have that on lockdown.
Wow. You know what? If somebody come along and give these people, it's like, this is what we're going to give these people. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is so much better than Arcade 1-Up.
If they just took the time to care and love the games as much as the people that play them do, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I will say this, iiRcade, they care about the games. They took a lot of time. This Operation Wolf, they took a lot of time to make sure it was right. They didn't rush it out the door, and it shows when you play it. But you know.
Yeah, I get to console fanboy and hating Arcade 1-Up, but they wasn't for them, what would we have right now? I mean,
they kind of started the ball rolling with the resurgence of home arcade for sure. I mean,
they did.
They totally started the ball. I mean, like I had a MAME arcade. I could play all these games before, Arcade 1-Up. So, but they did bring it back into the mainstream, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I had one arcade, I didn't have rooms full of arcades. I had one arcade, now I have a bunch of them. So,
I mean,
we live in a golden age of arcade, home arcade.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as console fanboy. I mean, it's like when Arcade 1-Up first started out, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dang, they're coming out. And it's like, you expect them to start here and then
gradually ramp it up. Like, where's the ramping up of Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat's been like stuck on the same level where everything else is getting better.
Yeah. I mean, but they flatlined it. They went, bloop, and then flatlined.
And just like, yeah.
It's just like, that's the part I hate too. I mean, they know they can improve some of these games. They just don't want to. They're making enough money. They don't
want to invest. They don't want to invest in the little bit extra it would take to push it to the next level.
And I don't understand.
It's totally possible. Totally possible too. Totally 100% possible. I mean, there's no way that it's not possible to run these old games. I mean, we're talking about games that are, 30 years old. I mean, come on. There's no way it's not possible.
It is possible.
They could, it's easier just to coast on the IP and lock it up and just have it locked up and just do minimal upgrades. But, I mean, it'd be good if they, the way I see it though, is if they just did it right once, then they would have it. Like, they're going to keep Mortal Kombat as a permanent thing they have. If they did it once, they would have it and they would have a good version. And then at that point, I guess people wouldn't keep buying cabs over and over, but I don't know.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, you think?
You don't have to sit there and continually improve something. If you had something and it's legit, and you came out with a new cab, like MK is a great example. You come out with 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if
1, 2, 3, 4.
Great,
yeah.
Even if they're all great, people are going to buy the different versions because they had different memories.
Yeah, and the thing is, they don't have an MK4 skin cab either. So like
Well,
if
they-
you wanted
they
to,
will eventually.
if you wanted to have all 4, you couldn't even do it because they don't have that. They don't offer that.
But I mean, they can do. I mean, they probably will eventually. But
Yeah.
it's the point is they just don't improve, and it's just like then they give you something. Oh, coin door, great. Oh, coin door lighted, and then all of a sudden, oh, coin door not lit. It's like we step forward and then we step backwards. It's like you're gonna give us a coin door lit, keep it lit. Don't go backwards and give us one not lit. I mean, some of that stuff was so cheap.
I know, like the screens too. Like why is it okay? Like 17-inch is the biggest they're ever going to do. I mean,
well, they did 19.
They did it with a Killer Instinct Pro, I think, right? But then that's the only one that ever had 19-inch screen.
I'm fine with the screen size though.
17-inch is fine for home. I mean, I do agree it's not that bad, but
what size did we have in the real arcades back in the day?
Dude, when I went to Waybacks, they had a 57-inch CRT Marvel vs. Capcom, best controls you could possibly have on that thing. It was like going to a shrine. It's like I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't even know how much that must weigh. I mean, 57 inches. It was a pedestal. It was like a giant monitor. It's in that Waybacks tour. It was insane.
But back in the 80s, though, what was the average size of a cabinet?
Still way bigger.
24?
27-inch, maybe, on arcade cabs. They're big.
Were they 27? I'm fine with 17-inch.
Yeah, 17-inch is fine for home stuff. You know, 19-inch.
Just improve the cab, improve the games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every cabinet they leave something out. That's what always kind of concerned me. It's like, you know what? You giveth and taketh away. It's like, stop it. If you're going to give us something, just keep giving it to us.
Yeah.
You know, coin doors don't cost that much to freaking light up. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just kind of some of the stupid shit. It's just like,
like don't make marquees that are washed out, so I have to buy an aftermarket marquee if I want it to look good. Just put a good one on there.
It's because they use that so cheap acrylic. But hobby hands,
you've done most of your marquees. You had to redo them to get them to look the way they look now. Like your Tron's an aftermarket, isn't it? Your Mr. Do's aftermarket, but that was custom. They're all aftermarket,
except for Dragon's
Lair. Except for Pac-Man,
and Dragon's Lair.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that one because, like Hobby Hands said last week, acrylic is expensive. So I totally get that. You're gonna get the cheap marquees because of that. Now the deluxe, they improved those marquees because they're using like the slide in.
It looked good. The marquee did not look that bad on the Mortal Kombat Deluxe. It looked pretty good.
In the class of 81 looks pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, way better than the older one.
Yeah, the black looks black.
Yeah,
you know, which is great. I mean, I think I could live with those. But some of these
Pac-Man, you're better off. Don't get the Pac-Man. Like stick with what you got. The Namco Legacy is better. The emulation's better.
You know what I'm going to do?
I went and played it again at Best Buy. Pac-Man, just Pac-Man to see.
So bad.
I swear the emulation is off.
You know what
I
I'm going to do?
It is.
I'm going to buy the deluxe. I'm going to put the PCB in this one into the deluxe cab.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. Console Fanboy, what is your highest score on Joust, Brad?
I'm not sure. It's on the Arcades Anonymous Discord. I put my score up there when I won the Joust contest.
KI Pro is only BOE 19. Yep.
I have Joust on the Defender Partycade. It's where I play it mostly.
The Shack Jam and Golden Tee. So there's just the Shack Golden Tee.
Give me a minute.
19 as well. There is also the the Shack Jam and Golden Tee XL. So do those two have a 19-inch too? Golden Tee, Shack Jam? I'm not sure.
Let's see it. Hold on. Let's see.
I got the Numbskull Pac-Man this week. That's the only Pac-Man I feel like I need. It's nearly perfect. Well, I like my Legacy Pac-Man back there. That's pretty good. I just wish the monitor was laid back. But I'm going to get that deluxe Pac-Man. I'm going to put the PCB board in this one in a deluxe cab. What do you think about that?
Oh, you gonna put the Namco Legacy in the Pac-Man Deluxe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I do that.
Why?
I don't know how it works. I mean, it's like, it's crazy too. The joystick is built into like where the monitor is. Like, how do you replace the joystick on it?
I think the control deck and the monitor are connected, but they're not.
You can actually have the pterodactyls run into you. You can stand on the ledge, and they'll actually run into you, console fanboy. There are videos of it on Joust where you can kind of like use the ledge to hunt pterodactyls and Joust. There's a video on it online.
Nice. But I think
they'll run right into the lance.
The monitor and control deck, I think, are just connected by a bracket.
That's probably how they got the 997,000 score. It's pretty high.
What's your high score in Joust?
I don't know. I was trying to see that. I got to go on the Arcades Anonymous and see what I posted. It's pretty up there.
What's your high score on Mr. Do?
Not good. You could probably take me no problem with Mr. Do. That's one 80s game. I don't have that much practice with Mr. I do like the game. I do really do. I like it, but I don't have that much practice playing it.
Mine's
something like Miss Pac-Man, I'm ridiculously good at. The classic one, like the mainstays of 80s arcade. I play a lot.
I think my highest score in at least with Mr. Duo back there, I think it's 155,000. Level 16, which level 10 is you restart Mr. Do on level 10. Get through level 10, level 11 is level 1, just harder. Oh, wow, I think some number 7. I hate being 7. I would like the class of 81 deluxe. 166K is nothing compared to first place. Yeah, I'm surprised Papa Brad's not in first place on Operation Wolf. The real Sim is number 1.
I know, yeah. Well, he earned it, man. He must have
4
played,
million, right?
He must have played for a while, man.
4 million.
It's probably 3 to 4 hours easily.
That's ridiculous, dude. What gun does he have? He have the same gun as Conga RS?
He's got the Sendins.
4 million. How can you freaking play that?
Yeah. My high score is 330,300 on Joust. 330,300.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, dude, you got to go to bed, man.
Yeah, I do. I got school tomorrow, but thank you.
On here.
Thank you. We had a good time.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
We're on there too long, man.
Yep. So we have a special guest coming on next week.
We have Hobby Hands. He's going to show for May the 4th with you. He's going to show
his Star Wars cab.
DIY Star Wars cab built from scratch. It looks awesome.
It's a cockpit like the one you sit in.
It's not a cockpit the one you sit in, but it has the stand-up one with all the cosmetics.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I watched all his videos on it.
Yeah, I'll be on Friday night arcade show tomorrow night.
What are you guys talking about tomorrow morning?
Dude,
what are you guys talking about?
Night of the Living Dead theme.
Nice.
It's gonna be wicked. I just saw a little sneak peek. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Is it a gun game?
We're probably gonna play Night Slashers. It's like a beat 'em up, but it's like horror themed. Should be fun.
Yeah, I wish I could be with you guys, man. I don't have an iiRcade.
Yeah, well, look on Facebook Marketplace. They always, you can always find them there.
I know. I got different things I want.
Yeah.
My next thing I want is I truly want a pinball and then iiRcade.
Yeah. Yeah. Like an at games pinball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the new one coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a
4K.
while. They
Pre-orders
might
might
have
start-
where you can pre-order it over the summer, but I think it's going to be a while. Or they actually have those hitting where you can get it in your hands.
That's where I'm sitting at. I want pinball. I'm not going to do anything else until I move. So we're
Yeah.
looking to move sometime this
No
year.
sense in getting more machines that you're just going to have to move.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass to move the ones I have, but because we're going next week to start looking for houses down in North Carolina.
Mhm.
So when we do the May the 4th next Thursday, I will be at a hotel room on a laptop.
Yeah, yeah. The real Zim's in the chat. He says, "Yo, sorry for the delay. I did play Operation for hours last Saturday."
There he is.
I mean,
Real
did
Zim.
he? I mean, is that over 3 hours of play? Like, how long does it take to get that score? I know I played a long time. Is that like 3 hours? It's gotta be.
He knew we were talking about him. He's
Yeah,
like,
like
what?
he's
How we
zoned
talking
in,
about
man.
over here?
He's zoned in, man, and he's
zoned in on
he's
it.
awesome. I like that guy. He's really cool.
Yeah, me too.
He put up this video, man. He is ripped too. I never realized he was
Oh,
so
dude,
strong.
he thought he was bigger than me, man.
Dude, man, that dude is jacked, man.
Look at me, man.
Kudos to you. Kudos to you. That was impressive. I was like, dang, that's the way you do it. You know?
He used to be huge, man, but
Yeah, you
Not
used to
anymore.
lift and stuff. Yeah.
look at me, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah, man. Man, I have a body by donuts. You know, I mean, so yeah, but it's awesome. I do know that the work that must do to take to be that way.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I did it for years and years and years, man. I used to bench press 350, squat over 500,
Mhm.
but guess
Wow.
what? Knees gave out. My hip gave out. It's not good.
Yeah.
My chest, I cracked. I almost cracked my rib cage into my heart because I used to bounce the freaking weights off my
Wow.
chest. It's just stupid, man. It's dumb, man. It's stuff that you did when you're stupid.
Yes,
When you're
yes,
young-
yes,
when
yes.
you're all
Body by
young-
donuts. Yeah, that's
when you're young,
papabrad.
man. When you're young, man, you're just dumb.
Yeah. Well.
To this day, it's like yesterday, man. Like, oh man, I got a chest pain. I feel around like, oh yeah, the freaking cartilage around my freaking rib cage is freaking damaged. Stupid.
Yeah.
The real Zim. He did say hours.
So anyway.
Yo, man, let me help you out. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. Man, I don't even know where I would begin. That's the thing, you know. It's like, you know, like just like being a little more healthy, you know. But
Where to start out is just walk.
yeah.
Not even jog. Walk.
Dude. That's what I need to do. I need a
Walk
sock.
and socks.
I need a walking sock. That's what I need to do. Dude,
Just
I'm
do
breathing
that.
heavy. It's hard for me to do those.
10
It's
miles
hard
a
for
day,
me.
man.
I
That's all you
know,
need.
man. If I did one of those a week, at least I'd be getting some exercise. It's better than no exercise. That's what Bobby Boo said. He said it's better than no exercise. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's getting me out there. It's at least I'm getting some exercise, but you know. But anyway.
Yeah, I got to get more exercise too. I walk dogs for a living, but COVID, man, COVID killed me, dude. I was like,
Yeah, man.
I
It was
wasn't freaking overweight, man, and then all COVID came in. It's like, oh yeah, I did sit around and drink beer. I don't drink
Yeah.
beer anymore, though.
Yeah.
Where's the beer? Dude, I gained 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's
My
easy
fucking
to
COVID.
when you get when you're not doing stuff, you know. Doesn't take long, you know.
I mean, I
It
was still
sneaks up
walking.
on you too, you know. It sneaks up
Oh,
on you.
when you get in your
Sneaks
50s,
up on it, and
dude.
you're like, man, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you get in your 50s and 40s, man. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I mean, back when I was in like the military, I could sit there and I would eat a dinner in the mess hall, and then I would go order 2 medium pizzas, down those out, not gain a pound, man.
Yeah.
There
Those
was
days are
one
over.
one point I was lifting all the time and I was trying to gain weight.
Uh.
I couldn't gain weight. It's like, oh my God, what happened to those days? Why can't I do that anymore?
You can't turn the clock backwards, you know.
I was like, I can't gain weight. Why? Now I can gain weight like freaking just looking at something. Oh, a donut. Oh, I just gained 5 pounds. That's ridiculous. Your metabolism should be backwards.
Cool.
I'm planning to take some. Thor says I'm planning to take some where it started and where it went. Photos of my world's smallest Atari 2600 playing Pac-Man next to quarter arcade Pac-Man. All right. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here, man. Good show. Good show.
Good show.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching.
And I Papa Red. Thanks everybody. Thanks.
Stay legit.
Stay legit. Welcome everybody. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. Welcome to another Arcade Talk. Hopefully you'll find it soothing and relaxing. So sit back and relax since the show starts now.